in the world blind. Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits. I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
Yeah. There's no mercy in this world, just hunger-thirsty persons in different versions. Each new update, that shit worsens. Why? Pull back the curtain and you'll see the different vermin. We all have different burdens that all seem to cause disturbance. Yo, do me a favor, don't treat me like a neighbor. Don't need the different flavors of your problems just to savor. I've got my own issues, I need a comb to get through. Don't need to groan with you, just go get your own tissue.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
That's it, the end of the song. Next time you'll sing along. Trust me, there's nothing wrong. I just need to carry on, cause society's a myth put there to make you sit. Listen to what they give. Don't ask questions, shut your lid. Yeah, don't ask questions, shut your lid. I need to run away from this and go get off the grid. Feel like my brain is overloaded, man, I'm losing it.
Yo, what is good? And speaking of, well, what up, Jeffy?
Hey, what's up, man? I just literally came off like 50 streams, so I'm actually like eating my dinner. But what's going on, Rob?
Not too much. Right now, just came in at the perfect time. We just are about to get ready underway.
No doubt about it. How are you doing so far today? Congratulations on your win. So I have to say it, even though it's just it's been a rough day for myself, for my team.
Well, technically, I said this too. Like, we should never won in that game in the first place. But I mean, look, like I said, I mean, a win's a win, no matter how people look at it. But man, some primetime football between the Chargers and the Chiefs. But the Chiefs, man, who would have thought Thanksgiving's right around the goddamn corner? Shit.
Oh, no doubt about it, man. Absolutely. This is going to be a very interesting game, too, because Two wide receivers for the Chiefs are not playing tonight, with both Juju Smith-Schuster and Mecole Hardman out with injury. And the Chargers are getting back their two top wide receivers. Keenan Allen and Mike Williams are both active, so that's going to be a very interesting thing. But Rob, before the game starts, I figured I'd ask you, what did you think about the games earlier on? Like the games that caught your eye besides the Eagles game?
Well, obviously the Giants and the Lions. It's like I'm thinking to myself, like when I first looked at the matchups, I mean, the Giants are going to run this Lions team into the ground. Boy, did I look stupid on that. I had no comment on the Raiders and the Broncos because that's a shit game as it is. But just I don't like I said, I mean, it's hard to really pick out a standout other than Minnesota get their ass whooped. I mean, the Jets still find a way to still have their losing streak against the Patriots, but there's really no positives to really answer that question.
What about that game right there, the Jets and Patriots? The fact the Jets lost on the 85-yard kick return.
I'm thinking to myself, like, how the hell does that even happen?
Dude, it's the Jets. If there's one football team that just finds ways to have the most excruciating losses, it's the New York Jets. This team just finds ways to lose these games, especially against the Patriots. Now, this is brutal.
Right, man,
this
lost
is as brutal as you can get.
Lost 14 straight against the Patriots. Are you kidding?
Oh,
Good Lord.
Bro, I want to say I'm kidding, but this has been the thing with the Jets. I mean, geez, but yeah. And I mean, congratulations to Washington. They're back in the hunt now. They're back in the hunt with their play today. Did a good job taking care of business against the Texans, so have to give them credit.
I mean, that was to be expected. You know, I mean, it's just like it's the Texans. But I mean, still, I mean, let's say who the commander who does Washington play next week?
Oh, I think are they on the bye week? They're on their bye week soon because they haven't had a bye week yet.
I mean,
it's got to be soon. They have their bye week. I forget when. Hey, Miz, what's going on, bro? Thank you so much for coming by the stream.
All right. So
I'm so frustrated.
I think they already had their bye.
Are you sure?
They're
6-5, aren't they?
Yeah. Let me see.
Because there's been 11 weeks in the season, and they played 11 games, so I don't think they've had their bye yet. I think it's this coming week, and then they play us. Like maybe just in the comment section.
Yeah, week 14.
Oh, their bye is that late?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
So the next because they got to play Atlanta and you guys. Then their bye week. Then they got to play you guys again the following week off their bye. Then they got to play the Niners, the Browns, and finish and wrap up with Dallas towards the end of the year.
Yeah. This makes a good point. We talked about this a little bit earlier on Mac's stream.
Yeah, I was watching that.
I'm in a little bit of trouble now. We're banged up. We are banged up beyond belief going into that Dallas game. Not good. And
don't you guys have any high draft picks this year?
We do, but they're all getting hurt. Or Evan Neal's been out with injury. He's been out for 4 weeks. No, talk about for this upcoming draft. Oh, yeah. We might, if it depends on how our record finishes. I don't know if our record is pretty high. We're not going to get those high draft picks. That's the problem. So it really just depends on where we finish in our record. Because
if I'm the Giants, I sort of try to go look for wide receivers and some more O-line help. That's what I would address that issue, because you can't win games without a decent wide receiver core.
No, we don't. We need wide receiver help so bad. The problem is my best wide receivers right now. And Miz is right. We have 11 picks right now going into the season.
Speaking of, what up, Eric?
Hey, congratulations on your win, Eric. You guys got it. You guys did it. You did it, Eric. You had to come down to overtime, but you got it done.
Oh, good Lord. And you know it's bad enough where CBS has to cut them because the Cowboys and man, that's sad. That is really sad if you're the Minnesota Vikings.
My God, that
how do you the fact that they cut it, they switched it to the Bengals and Steelers game? That is really sad.
I mean, would you rather watch that game or continue to keep watching
That's a very good point. I would rather watch not the was it the Steelers than Bengals. Holy crap! I just had a brain fart because man, this week's just been fucking wonky.
It has been. This has just been one of those weeks.
Yeah, Eric. Yeah, finally.
And Mrs. Wright. Wandale Robinson looks like he suffered a serious knee injury, our wide receiver.
Oh, God.
I think it was one. And Adoree Jackson got hurt.
And you know what's bad enough that the Commanders tickets are like they're so cheap. Like against Atlanta's like $38. I mean, the lowest is 81 against the Giants at MetLife. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's $50. Man, talking about being cheap. Let's see. What do they have? I'm gonna check their
Almighty, we talked about this earlier. He threw for 300 yards. That's nice. We lost. It doesn't matter. I don't care if he throws for 500 yards. If we don't win the game, it does not matter. I really don't care.
Yeah, even against the Texans, I mean, they didn't have their guard Chris Paul. They didn't have the cornerback Rashad Wallagoose. David Mayo was out. Carson was I think is coming off IR very soon. Cole Holcomb was out. Benjamin St. Just was questionable today against the Texans.
Yeah, I mean, but you know what? Sometimes you got to play the teams on your schedule. And Washington, a lot of us this morning, we picked them to lose. We said that Washington was going to be coming off of such a high after beating you guys, and they would fall to a team like Houston. And look what happened. They got the job done. This Heineke guy has really got this team going in the right direction.
Yeah.
We're not getting Jordan Addison.
I don't think Jordan Addison even declared for the draft.
Is he's a junior or a senior?
I do not know. I would have to say he's a junior. Because was it like 2 years of college football, 3 years?
I think so.
Because I don't exactly know what the he is a junior.
Yeah, it's not going to work. We're not going to get him.
I mean, he's got 50 receptions for 765 yards, 8 touchdowns, averaging 15 yards per reception.
It would be a nice thought to get Jordan Addison, but the chances of us really picking him up,
it's very slim to none.
Yeah, he's going to be a first-round pick, and we got other holes that we have to fill. So, I mean, if we can get him, I'm not a problem with it. He's not the guy I want first. I'd rather get that kid Quentin Johnson from TCU. He's the guy I have my eye on, but I think most likely. Go ahead, Rob.
So, TCU, even though I know people some have criticisms like they look like us. I don't really. At some points, you're at the 28th pick in this year's draft class.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think we might trade our number 32 pick.
Well, it depends on if you guys can get that first round pick from the Saints. So I mean,
we do.
The Saints ended up winning today, so
yeah, that knocked us out 6 spots, bastards.
What does it have to be for you guys? Do you have automatically have that first round pick, right?
We do. Right now, it's with Vegas winning. So right now, as it stands, because I'm looking at Tankathon. So you got Houston, Carolina, Chicago, Las Vegas, Seattle, who owns Denver's 5th round pick, Detroit, who owns the Rams, and then obviously with the Deshaun Watson with Houston with the 7th pick. Pittsburgh is 8th, Jacksonville's 9th, we're 10th, Green Bay 11th, Arizona 12th, Detroit 13th, and so forth. But the Chargers are 17th, Washington 16th, the Jets 18th. But Kansas City's 31.
The Bears one will be pretty interesting because of the fact that Justin Fields has been playing great, but he's also not the pick of the recent GM, the recent regime that came in. Plus, he just got hurt today, unfortunately. So Almighty brings up a good point. Maybe we do trade for T. Higgins.
So Juju's out. He said McCole Hardman's out, but Gerald Everett, their tight end for the Chargers, is out as well with a groin injury.
That's going to hurt that team, but at least they got Keenan Allen and Mike Williams back, so that's going to spark
But
their offense.
like you said, the Chargers are gonna do their thing and find a way to screw it up. Because Keenan Allen missed 7. Yeah, I think nobody can.
No, there's one team. If there's one team, Rob, that you cannot trust, it's the San Diego, Los Angeles, whatever the hell you want to call them, Chargers.
They should have never lost. They never should have left San Diego.
Oh my God, you're absolutely right. They should have never left that city. That was one of the stupidest decisions, but we get why they did it.
And especially with the Rams too, like that was just the poorest Super. First of all, like St. Louis. I mean, you had a loyal fan base in St. Louis, and people got to realize too. Before the Raiders went to Oakland, it was pretty much Raiders ran Los Angeles for years.
Yeah, absolutely. And you have to wonder why they ended up doing something like that. But at the same time, I get it. I mean, I get why they did it is because of the fact that the city wasn't willing to pay the type of money they were looking for to keep the franchise around. So, and the owner, Kroenke, wanted to move that team out of there. He wanted to bring them over to L.A. because the shining bright lights of L.A. And I believe his girlfriend or fiance does something in L.A. So that's the biggest reason why they did it.
And we are underway. So Cameron Dicker is going to, and Pacheco's just going to let that bounce. So, I mean, 1st and 10th at 25, and we got Patrick Mahomes, the offense now coming out.
I'm a little bit ahead of you, so I'm gonna shut up a little bit and not, spoil it at all.
Yeah, right now I'm just getting
no Nets, no Jets.
What up?
Go ahead, Rob. I apologize.
So I got Joe. Right now, I'm just still on the O-line or the offense introductions. And it looks like Pacheco got about 2 yards on the carry, but that's all he's going to get.
I'm still so peeved off about that loss earlier. What's going on, CWE? Ben Stewie, how you doing, bro? I saw the Nets score earlier that they're losing right now at halftime, so hopefully they can pick it up. That'd be a double dose of happiness, quote unquote happiness for me today, sports wise.
Yeah.
I got to recap that miserable game if they lose.
Woof. Mahomes, easy pass to what's that? Was that 88? Like that was.
I think that's. No, I don't think it's Peterson. Is it?
I can't even tell.
Yeah, I saw that. He's got 10 points at half. Thank God. Simmons has learned how to score again.
Oh, that's Fortson, I think, or whatever his last name is.
That must be the backup wide receiver.
And oh man, Mahomes gets hit, and out of bounds it goes. So Joseph Day put the huge hit on Patrick Mahomes.
I'm not surprised Kyrie's playing bad. He's coming off being out for a while, so that doesn't shock me one bit.
We got 2nd and 10. And Mahomes takes the snap. Looks like he hands it up to Pacheco, finds an open hole. Up to the 40, 45, 40, 30, to the 36, 37 goes, or 35, or actually 34, I think, to be exact, for Isaiah Pacheco, the rookie running back.
I like him. I watched him when he was back in Rutgers, man. He's a solid player, and they did a good job getting him in the 7th round, Pacheco. That was an excellent pickup by Kansas City.
I mean, yeah.
I'm surprised.
So Chargers defense do wing 10. They're 30th in the NFL of rush yards allowed at 146.8, but they're 31st. Well, you got to think. Mahomes he just completely misses everybody. Even Travis Kelce was the intended target.
You're right. You're right. No Mets, no Nets, no Jets. You're absolutely right. The coaching was bad today. It was very bad. So you're absolutely right on that one. The coaching really blew it today. Vance, what's going on, bro? Thank you so much for coming by. Guys, if you haven't already, go sub up to our Guy Philly Sports Talk podcast. He does an excellent job.
We're getting close to 8 sports. Yeah, without getting a fucking heart attack.
Yeah.
Well, that's the life of a Philly sports fan. And play action to Travis Kelce.
It's not easy.
Man, I think just big market like both the New York and Philadelphia, it ain't easy.
Yeah. Oh, you're not lying about that one, man. You are definitely not lying about that one. This game really just, dude. I broke my headphones. I got so mad today. This game.
Oh my god!
I got so pissed off by my head because of one of the calls that they made. I broke my headphones. I never get that mad. Like I literally lost my shit on the stream after that happened.
I could imagine.
Because it was just
shit.
It was a bogus call. Bogus calls that were going on, so I just couldn't help it. I lost my temper. I apologize.
And Mahomes pocket claps him and he hits his target number 24.
And that's Sky Moore.
That's Sky Moore. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
God, it's hard to see the names on the back of the damn jerseys because everybody's covered it up.
You know what I'm going to hear? I'm going to say this real quickly too, Rob. I know all the Giants fans are going to go out there and say, why did we trade Kadarius Toney with the fact that Wan'Dale Robinson now might be out for the season? So it's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, that is true.
I'm happy the Broncos lost. Seahawks on the Broncos first
and
second
that
round
Russell Wilson trade.
Yeah, that's hold.
It looks like that's it. All that.
Oh, Coach might want to hop on with us.
Hey, shit. So Clyde Edwards-Helaire gets a few yards, but first career game with less. So last week against Jacksonville had his first career game fewer than 5 touches. He had 0. That's shocking.
I'm gonna send the link to Coach. He always hops on for the football game, so he can give us the X's and O's insight. Coach, I'm gonna send the link to your chat on Twitter.
2nd and 4 at the 15. And Mahomes will take the snap. Will hand it play action pass pressure coming. And that's going to be incomplete. So Kelce was the intended target and looked like, man, that's twice Mahomes has gotten hit hard by the Chargers defense. And that was Callahan with the hit.
There you go. Okay. Good play.
So got a third.
That's not a flag?
Yeah, apparently didn't call it.
I mean, I know 5 yards you could allowed to have you're not allowed to contact him, but geez, it looks like he tackled him on that play.
And that's gonna be incomplete.
What up, Coach?
What up?
How y'all doing?
Doing good, doing good. How you doing?
All right, just trying to read up on building this website. I
think the Chargers got it. Man, I think the Chargers got away with a PI right there on Kels against the Chargers.
Oh, they did. Absolutely did they.
And that is 3 on the board for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Let's go, KC.
And Mahomes is heated.
What up,
rightfully so.
What's good?
Lamar, what's going on? Guys, everybody, if you're on my side of the chat, go head over to Philly Sports Talk Podcast and go give him a like on his stream as well as the Hardcore Sports Network. So make sure you guys go do that.
Yeah, sir, because we're on the road to 1,000.
Get him over 1,000, please.
Man, we're close to 860. It's just crazy. Been doing this for over a year and almost 2 years come January.
No, the word on Wan'Dale Robinson I last heard is that he's on crutches right now after the post game. So that's the last I heard about Wan'Dale. He's on crutches and it's not looking good. Just gotta hope it's something that's minor, but it's not looking good. You know the fans are gonna be like, "Where's Tony? Why'd you trade Tony? You need Tony now."
Tony doing done shit. So I mean, let's.
Wan'Dale may not be done for season, but looking at 5 weeks. That's the latest. So he escaped a major injury.
If that's the case, then man, y'all dodged a major bullet. I would say.
Who reported that, Miz?
And we got Mitch coming in here. What up, Mitch?
Fly,
Mitch.
Eagles, fly.
Well, it says right here that Jordan Renan says that there's a concern that Wan'Dale Robinson suffered a serious right knee injury. Giants wide receiver problem only gets bigger with the Thanksgiving game only days away, so that's not good. So when you hear the word concern, that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign when you hear the word concern from a team.
No,
That
absolutely
means
not.
it's a bad injury.
Oh my god! How many losses did I have today in the pick'ems? How many did I get wrong?
Oh no, I got 5 wrong.
You got 5. Let me see.
I'll be right back. I'm just going to trash this.
I went 5-5 so up to this point.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4 right, 5, 6. So I got 7 right so far. Damn it, Giants!
I'm still never picking the Raiders, and I'm never picking the Minnesota Vikings ever again.
Well, the Vikings you can still pick.
Yeah, I still can't trust them after all that that showing.
I'm so happy for Eric. They got a win finally.
Miz, if you want to call you might as well call the hospital early because if I have to suit up out there against Dallas, it might not be. I might not last out there very long.
God damn.
What are you talking about?
No, Miz wants me to suit up and get ready for Thursday on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, because
it would not be pretty.
What time is your game, Jeff?
4:15, 4:20, I believe.
Okay, Robert and I are doing the Bills and Lions
at 12:30.
The Vikings did more than lay an egg. I don't know what that team did. They were horrendous today.
And Herbert takes the snap, draws back, throws, and completes it to Mike Williams. That's Keenan Allen. That's right. Mike Williams is 81.
Keenan Allen's back. Yay, fantasy.
Ran backs to cover 2.
That's the great thing when coach is on. He gives you the X's and O's perspective when it comes to stuff. Which
that's
we always
awesome.
Appreciate.
Cheer the red man. All right, so
yeah, 1st and 10. Looks like play action. Get to number. Woo! Man, what a hit on.
Yeah, no, they're not pretending.
Touchdown. Kaboom. Down. Yo, dude, don't fall with that camera, man.
Well, we now got Austin Eckler on the backfield. So they get Gerald Everett's out 2nd and 2.
Oh, wow.
Deep ball by Herbert. Oh, my God. Touchdown Chargers. What the hell?
Nice play, Josh Palmer.
You had the score 3-1.
Josh Palmer with the catch.
God
He's
damn it. Why the fuck did I drop him in fantasy? Son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's actually the perfect time to have him now, man. The fact that he's the 3rd receiver again, so teams
Son
aren't
of a
going to
bitch. The thing is, too, I had Mike Williams starting for me. It's like, I didn't realize he was going to be even in this game.
No, it's sort of like a last-second thing when they activated him.
Damn, I hate the... Yeah, fuck.
God damn.
I like that tight bunch motion.
And we still got the win.
This tight bunch. Z motion. Was it Z across?
That was just a great play. Great play by the Chargers. And Herbert might start looking a lot better now that he's got his weapons back.
Yeah.
Every time when I hear Herbert, I think of the Family Guy each time. I don't know why.
Mitch.
Ooh,
What?
Mitch
Mitch
What?
is a nick.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault. That's the guy's name.
And the kick is good. So
damn,
Herbert.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 good kids. Shit.
What?
What was that? 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. I thought I muted.
Yep.
Oh, there's the background. I was like, wait, where was it? There's the logo. The spinning logo. I gotta figure out how to do that on Canva.
No word on Bellinger and Neal right now, Neymar. We'll probably find out during the next couple of days if they'll be activated, but I don't expect it. I think they're going to hold them out. Maybe Neal, but I don't think Bellinger's going to play.
I mean, if Neal is activated, I mean, that at least gives you some hope. Well, I wouldn't say some hope, but I think it'd be much better because, was it Neal? No, wait, Neal's an O-lineman, correct?
Right tackle.
Right tackle. Okay,
Wait.
I thought so.
The Tennessee quarterback has a torn ACL?
Yeah, Hendon Hooker torn it. Yeah, he's done for the year. I think I think he might fall a little bit on the draft board if you really think about it.
He's gonna fall.
Look
That
like
means
Pretenders
McCarthy's
is
gonna
not
jump up a
definitive
little bit.
statement. Again,
There was debates on him and his draft status, but yeah, this is going to make him drop. He might even possibly drop to 5th on down.
So, Coach, you're saying that Hendon Hooker could be a 5th or a 6th round pick at best.
Right
the way
now?
that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because remember, it's late in the season, so he's not going to be ready for the beginning of the season.
Right. Okay.
So, I mean, it won't even surprise me if he gets left out. But, and plus he's older. He's also, 24?
I think so, yeah.
It's crazy that Herbert's younger than some of these guys in college. Like, they're like 24, 25.
He was young going into school, that's why.
Looks like Pretenders is not a definitive statement. Again, looks like, and the way they played today, yes, they don't look legitimate. You can't play like that and be an actual Super Bowl contending
That
team.
is absolutely true.
I think you're talking about the Vikings, right? The way they played today? Yeah, no, the Vikings.
I'm getting the Vikings out of that.
Yeah, they just had a bad game. We do need Daniel Bellinger. You're right.
It's funny.
We do need Bellinger.
Oh, absolutely. It's funny too. Like he dropped Christian Watson because he wasn't doing anything for her, but I picked him up and he started balling out against the Cowboys. And I was like, thank you for that.
What, he scored like 5 touchdowns in the past couple of weeks, Justin Watson?
He had 3 against Dallas, 2 against Tennessee, even though Green Bay took the L on that.
Yeah, that dude's been unbelievable so far this year. He's been so good.
And Pacheco's going to leap that in the background. But Dallas defense did well for me in fantasy because I actually had them in my starting lineup.
Yo, I can't wait for Tuesday. Ben Simmons is going to play in Wells Fargo.
Oh, that's right. My bad. No Mets, no Nets. What up, Rob? How you doing, bro?
What up, man? Banana Waterman.
Shout out to the 8 people that's in here, though. Joining me, Coach Ed, Jeff. They got a 1st and 10 at the 25.
Oh, okay, I'm just not here. That's perfect.
And Mitch, too. And play action from Mahomes. And completes it over the middle for Travis Kelce. Towards the 45. A little bit past midfield at the 48. Goes Travis Kelce.
Ooh.
And Asante Samuel Jr. with the tackle.
Let's see here. Yo, Jeff, I can't wait for next Wednesday.
What happens next Wednesday?
It's the debut of our podcast.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Yes, I can't wait for next Wednesday, too. It's going to be a damn good show for all the basketball people out there.
Well, that was a 27-yard gain. And Mahomes will take the snap, will drop back, the pass, throws it, completes it over the middle. Oh, man. Man, Sky Moore took a huge hit, but still will be a couple yards shy at the first down.
Did he get up okay?
Oh, yeah, he took it like it was no problem.
Okay,
Thank you, bro. Oh, Mitch, you said it. If the Sixers and Eagles won, they give away Jewish. Did you really say that? You really said that?
No.
That's like a running joke for the last, 2 weeks? Give or take? Yeah. So 2nd and 2. And hands it off to Pacheco, who gets the first. Oh, so that's Clyde Edwards-Helaire gets the first down.
So, Rob, I got a question for you.
What's up?
How many points is Ben Simmons going to get against us on Tuesday?
I have no idea. Because I might not even watch that game.
I'm watching it. I'm live streaming it. Yo, DJ Eastwood is going to the game.
Shit.
And Coach, I'm going to the Sixers versus Knicks in February. You're muted.
And we got a timeout.
Sorry.
So
Chargers. That's cool. I hope y'all lose.
That's Coach cursing under his breath right now as the thought about the Knicks.
And I'm actually watching this damn chick. She got 10 damn kids, and she can't be more than 35, maybe.
Wait,
10
what?
kids?
So
what up, bookends?
Did I miss something here?
So Herbert and Mahomes. So Herbert has a 63% completion percentage, 302 yards per game, 10 touchdowns and 3 TDs, and 95-point QB rating against Justin Herbert.
That's not bad. Licking our wounds,
with
but still have hope for the rest of the season. Let's go,
How do
be
you
Blue
have that
Nation.
against Justin? Oh, competing. Never mind. Let me shut up. I forget y'all. Sometimes I forget y'all fans.
And shovel pass, that's not going to go anywhere from Travis Kelce.
Mitch, he wants to know about the Jewish brownies.
They're not Jewish brownies.
Just what he's saying. I'm not saying it. That's not me. That's him. But we need.
So it looks like looks like the trade staff is working on Clyde Edwards-Helaire on the sideline.
She sounds like a keeper.
Damn.
That's what no Mets, no Nets, no Jets said, Coach.
I love that name. No Mets.
Oh,
no
yeah.
Mets, no Jets.
No, he's an awesome supporter. No Mets, no Nets, no Jets.
Well, you're gonna need to see me on Tuesday when I
but Mahomes steps up to the pocket, pressure coming, down goes Mahomes.
Yeah, Alex, you absolutely destroyed the Minnesota Vikings today. It was not even close. The score was not indicative of what the game was.
Turn off the game.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's like
Yeah, that was bad. That was really bad. Minnesota was just they got their asses kicked. Let's just be honest. They got their asses kicked the whole game.
Man, that's 2 penalties that the Chargers got away with. Got a PI and a potential face mask.
There you go.
Mahomes to throw, and it's incomplete and no flag. So another 3 and out by the Chargers defense.
Just live streaming an Eagles game with Cool Cat because I was coming back from the bathroom, so I sit down and I'm like, "Cool Cat, you there?" He's sitting down on the floor. His arm goes up. He's like, "I'm here."
What was he in the fetal position or something?
I don't know. He was just sad.
You won the game.
No, this was before the game, before the final score.
And from 52 yards out, it is good.
It was during the game. We didn't even think we were going to win.
Yeah, you did it, though. You guys won, and we sucked.
And not to mention, too, I mean, like the Colts had 8 penalties. We had 7 total penalties.
It's it's shocking that they had more penalties than us.
You know what the funny part about it in our game is, guys?
What?
We actually we had more yardage overall than the Lions, and we turned the ball over 3 times. Jones had 2 picks, and we had a fumble by one of our wide receivers. So that's where we really got it at the end of it. What's going on, Nova?
Tired, Mitch?
That's the only thing you can do, man. Stay hopeful.
I'm all right. Oh, that just reminds me of something.
Was almost your bedtime?
No, Coach, you answer this one.
Yeah, it's the Collins kids.
Yeah, it's Collins, bro.
The Collins kids. Yep.
Oh my God.
All Collins, bro. AK, what's going on, AK?
What up, AK?
The Raiders won, AK. They actually won a football game.
Are they still going to be the loser of the week?
No, I think they can't be. They actually won.
No, Denver has to be because how the hell you leave Devontae Adams that wide open?
Wide open.
Oh my God.
Yo, man. I mean,
No,
that's,
mine is going to be the Vikings probably.
Did they forget? Was there coverage? Was there coverage at all in
no,
that football field?
no. That was just a straight gangbang in a porno flick, man. She was
Yeah,
wide.
that's exactly what it was. That is exactly what it was, Coach. That is
Mhm.
disgraceful.
Like,
Hey, Jeff.
I mean, somebody's gonna.
I'm sorry. I forget.
No,
Yeah,
you're good. Jeff, the morning
No,
show
no, no,
got
no, 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 no,
58
no, no.
views
You
so
don't
far.
censor yourself. It's funny when you do this. It's funny. I like it. What's up,
Jeff,
Mitch?
the morning show got 58 views already.
Not bad.
That's
She's
good
mid.
for the morning show.
Almighty says she's mid.
Oh damn!
what the fuck does that mean?
It means she thinks
She's
she's in the
mid-tier.
middle. Yeah, she's mid-tier.
That's basically, it's like it's basically the way I can say describe it's basically it's like a whole new trend that's going on. Like you're not like above high standards. You just pretty much just been mid.
She's a C. She's grading her like a C.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Josh is sleeping like a king
king
tonight.
tonight.
Yes, he is. You are going to be sleeping like a king tonight, bro. We're not.
She could be a mid, whatever. All I know is she ready, willing, and able.
Ooh.
That's all that matters. Is she's ready, willing, and able.
Ow!
10 C's. Come on, man. Mid or not.
Coach got that Brasilia feeling still going. I'm gonna keep
Oh,
doing
yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Rob, you saw that? Rob and Mitch,
Yeah.
did you see that? No, AK. No, I can't. AK. I don't want to get AK in trouble. I'm not gonna say it. Oh, Josh McDaniels. That's right. Well, Josh McDaniels. I think the football gods felt bad for Josh McDaniels and decided to
That's
get him
like,
a win.
they just gifted them a win.
Like, you know what? We know you guys suck. We know you guys are gonna be awful. Let's just give you a win because we feel pity for you.
It's a pity win.
It is. It's a pity win for the friggin' Raiders.
Hey,
And
yeah,
here comes Austin Eckler right up the middle. That's going to be like at least a 6 or 7 yard gain by Austin Eckler.
Yes, Mitch?
Jeff, are you available for Tyler's show tomorrow at 6? Because I guess I had
what time? 6?
Excellent, Phil.
That was a great. That was a good hit there by Bolton.
The way he filled that hole, yes, he read it perfectly.
I don't know. Is that a pause?
No, it's not a pause, Mitch.
Just wait for the mic line. Look, Mitch. I'm a football coach, so
Right.
that's basic football
And
lingo.
it's a-
man.
What up,
Woo!
kid? 96.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
pause it all you want.
Yeah, that part of my childhood got ripped away because when I heard that horrible news.
Yep.
Ooh.
Who's
Man.
JDF?
He put the Green Ranger and the White Ranger on the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Okay, I see. My bad.
Very good.
Ooh. That was a good
I didn't
catch.
like any of Mike Kafka's play calling, bro. No, none of us did. None of us like Mike Kafka's play calling.
Ooh.
3rd and 2.
Ooh.
Herbert takes a
man.
snap, will drop back, throws. Oh, what a nice catch by Mike Williams.
Uh-oh. I'm a little bit ahead, but something really is not good.
Yes. No,
Not good. Not good.
Oh, it looks like I just see it. Mike Williams is walking gingerly on that ankle.
Damn, is he coming from MetLife Stadium?
Oh, God.
Yeah, exactly. Did he come from MetLife? Because that's where wide receivers go to. No, I'm not going to.
And woo, what a run up the middle by Austin Eckler. Good Lord. Yeah, he's hurt.
He had an ankle injury to start, right? Would you stop already, Almighty? Stop doing that and getting my hopes up.
Damn.
Yeah, great. Kenny Golladay caught 2 passes. Whoop the F and do. He caught 2, AK. He matched the amount of drops he has this season. 4 and 4.
Well, it may be possible. I'm looking at some news before. Hang on. Herbert outside the pocket throws and completes it.
Good. They're working
To
the
Joshua
sidelines.
Palmer. So back on
They
what I
are
was
working
saying.
those sidelines
So Ken
perfectly.
Rosenthal did write this in the Athletic. He said title Mets speak. So the Mets have spoken with Justin Verlander about 2 hours ago.
I don't want him. I want the ground.
Wow, OBJ, is it really like that? Ooh, he's making it go crazy.
What did he do?
Wait, what?
He posted an hour ago. They went crazy today and has the open eyes. So you know what that means.
Cowboys?
Herbert hands it off to Eckler. Eckler to the outside. We get about like 5 yards on the carry, so that will be like a second and 5 now coming up for the Chargers.
It's about to piss off Giants fans. Well, most of them. I'm indifferent either way.
So Austin Eckler, man, 27, 8 from Colorado, went to Western Colorado, but second and 5, under 3 minutes to play. Yeah.
Flop, fizz. Oh, what a really.
Oh, there's
second
a
and 5
Sports Talk podcast on here.
And Herbert, deep ball again. Oh, Joshua Palmer looked like the intended receiver.
No. No, I really don't care if he goes to the Giants either way or not.
I don't care either.
No. Giants fans, calm down. It's okay.
He goes there, so what? We meet him at the 50 and we punch him in the face. He comes to us, great. We'll line up with him and we'll go punch the other team in the face. It don't matter. It's football.
The fact that some of the other Philly sports, that's from my other computer. Debris had the scoreboard up on the screen.
Oh, my bad. Okay. No, there's a third one on here.
I'm sharing my screen on my other computer.
Okay, my bad. Thank you. I was like thinking there's three Philly Sports Talk podcasts.
Shit. I need to learn this shit.
You see, they're triplets.
Yeah, it's like
they're a set of triplets.
I'm about to say, I'm like, holy crap, I'm in fuck.
Triplets?
Okay, I'm not giving you brownies. How many times do we have to go through with this?
Give him his damn brownies.
I got some brownies for you. I got some brownies. Anybody want some?
Not those kind of brownies.
Yes, sir.
Just wait. Let me go to the little boys' room. I'll bring you back some brown brownies.
God damn.
You want some brownies? Come on, man.
I think Coach is just thinking about that Brazilian cake.
Woo! Yeah! Yeah!
Oh my god!
I had to throw it in there, man.
Oh shit!
There's no such thing as Jewish brownies.
Yeah, I'm Jewish and I've never even heard of that.
Let me find out. I live in a Jewish facility. I'll ask around.
There you go.
Oh, wait,
I mean, it was Blondie's, but I've never heard of a Jewish brownie.
Yeah,
I mean, the only Jewish place I know is probably Katz, which I'm definitely going to try to go up to New York, try to take a trip to New York at some point later.
What is it called?
Oh, Katz Deli?
Yeah, that's one of the places I'm actually going to go visit.
Oh,
and Adam's in here. What up?
Adam?
Hello.
Hey, Adam.
How you
How's it
doing?
going?
I'm good. How are you doing, Adam?
I'm
good.
good.
Little lost because I feel like I thought I stumbled upon a different stream, and I'm like, this is still on. So
You got the primetime game.
Oh, okay. How's that going for you guys? Oh, Kansas City. 6-7.
Oh, yeah.
Division matchups are always tricky.
All right, this joke is getting out of hand.
And so USA and Wales will play tomorrow at 12:30 for the World Cup or part of the World Cup.
When does Brazil play?
At 1.
I don't want to see Brazil.
Man, I'm going for Team Germany.
I want someone from the network to see my World Cup game.
Sprachen Sie Deutsch?
Adam, you didn't see the Brazil thing. That's why.
I know.
And that's going to be incomplete. And it looks like Herbert took a shot to the Reds. Looked like Keenan Allen was the intended target, and that's going to be a 3 and out for the Chargers.
These divisional games are funny, man, because it doesn't really matter what the record is. They always play each other hard because you know them so hard. That's why I throw division games out the window when it comes to records.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I've seen it in my history.
Dicker so Mitch's buddy Dicker the kicker, and the kick right down the middle. It is good. 10-6.
I want Dicker the kicker back here.
Adam, what were you saying?
I'm just saying, like, games like this are very intriguing because you know the player.
Right, this is getting annoying now.
What's getting annoying?
This guy, he's running this.
Adam's just trying to speak his point right now.
I'm sorry. What he said is getting on my nerves.
Then if it bothers you that much, then kick him out, bro. Stop letting it annoy you. If you can't kick him out, then screw it. I mean, just leave it be, man.
Adam, I know you're
Well,
in the chat.
Sorry.
How do you
Adam.
feel about the game today?
the Giants game,
Yes.
it was terrible. It was terrible. That we should never have lost to that team, and we lost by 2 scores, and it wasn't even that close, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
But
right on that.
and then everyone's like, "Oh, well, Daniel threw for 341 yards." I'm like, "Those are empty yards, bro." Like we knew the game was. They made him one dimensional. They took the entire run game out of it. I don't know what the Lions were doing, but man, they had some energy they were playing with. Man, Giants came out a little flat on all sides of the ball. Special teams, Gano misses an extra point. Come on, 2 of them, one miss and then another doink.
Oof.
The other one was in the. The first one was in the miss.
The first one was a miss, right?
No, the wind took it.
Oh, right.
Actually, it was a block punt. The defensive the lineman actually tipped it and it went wide.
And but then the winds at Meadowlands kind of took it, made a knuckleball out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But think about it. That's an automatic. That's like you're like, hey man, like I got three points. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, come back. Giants are gonna be up 7-0, right? So or 7, whatever the score was at that point, and they don't have the firepower to get back into this game. It's just that's them.
So the Clyde Edwards-Helaire was taken back to the locker room for an ankle to get looked at by the ankle injury, and Pacheco breaks 3 tackles, and we get some laundry on the field. And that might
foul on Kadarius Toney. And Andy Reid's face, he has the expression of awe. He's like, oh wow, wow. He literally sitting there like, and Tony did that. Tony just took the guy and just shoved and threw him.
What? Wait a minute, yo! I gotta take that back. That's a block.
That's a block, yeah. That was a hey, just like the foul earlier on Wan'Dale Robinson, they didn't decide to call, but they called on McFadden.
Yeah, goddamn. That's number 1 for the Chiefs.
I swear to God.
I'm sorry.
How's that a personal foul? Oh, you know why he led with his helmet. He led with his helmet. That's the problem.
Man, these
they're gonna. Why don't we put skirts on them? Flags.
You
on
might
them.
as well. You might as well. And these refs are so goddamn inconsistent.
That wasn't a launch, though. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, that's wrong. Yeah.
The NFL is rigged, Joe. Gambling.
That's.
Hey, Mahomes.
How the hell can they call a flag on that one pass? Remember that pass against McFadden where they called a flag on him for interference? And then the same play later, when Wan'Dale gets tackled in the middle of the field, nothing.
And not
the refs suck. That's what the explanation is.
You're damn right on that one.
You know what? Next time the referees are refereeing our games with the Giants, I'm going to call the chicks from Brazil. We'll make sure we get the right call.
Brasilia! Clap, clap!
She can give them a nice Brazilian wax, if you know what I mean.
Oh,
and Mahomes
oh my God,
steps up in the pocket and puts it to number 84. God damn it!
How the hell can you commentate when you talk to that?
I can't.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Oh, what the hell did we just get ourselves into?
So I'm sorry I came on the stream and everything went to hell. So
no. It's been like this for a while. Yeah, you're good, Adam.
I'm sorry.
It's been like this is we're on Max Stream earlier.
I'll behave. I'll stop.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to letting his hair down. I like it.
So I got a 3rd and 8. Mahomes will take the snap, draws back, pressure coming, throws and completes it to Travis Kelce, past the 40 to the 45, 50, 40. And Kelsey's going to get past midfield towards the 42.
Coach, let me ask you something. Do you think the lack of hitting in this new age NFL is really hurting the product on the field? Because I feel like they don't have a callus. They don't hit anybody. They just throw shoulders, and that's why you see all these broken tackles.
I fully 1,000%, 1,000,000,000% believe that. I believe the game is really going soft. They've taken away the 2-a-days. I'm sorry, when I played 3-a-days, It made you tougher. It made you that much more physically sound in all your techniques. Your body did get used to the level of hitting, and you ended the season. You didn't have the level of the injuries that you have today. Also, yes, the field that you play on, because football to me is made to play on grass, because
Yep.
grass is much softer than field turf. You can't
Because you're
make
pretty
that
much
up.
playing on concrete.
Mm-hmm.
I know
So
it's perfect. You might as well play in your living room.
Yeah, well, yeah, that too.
Exactly. So
Because I
Get
mean,
rid of that goddamn turf now. Get rid of it.
that's why we
Took
have
another guy.
grass.
Yeah, poor Wandell.
That
Home scrambling.
and
Reaching
breaks a
for the
tackle.
first down.
She gets the first down, and we get a flag with
Oh
2
my
seconds
God.
left.
The refs
Every-
need to stay out of the games. My God.
They can't. They have to make their presence known every game. They have to know
It's
they're
just-
there, Adam.
It's just the problem I have with this football right now is, like Coach said, it's soft, but you can't be calling ticky tacks everywhere. This is like watching the NBA right now.
Oh yeah, it is. It's ridiculous.
Holding on Kansas City. That's her second on Humphrey, number 52.
Oh,
Got a
Creed
flag.
Humphrey.
Yep.
Hey, it'd be nice on the Giants right now. We need offensive linemen because that position. We are going into our game against Dallas this Thursday with let's see, Nick McLeod, Darnay Holmes, Rodarius Williams, and Cordero Flott as our starting cornerbacks. Pray. That's our starting cornerbacks this Sunday.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Adam. I've spoke my piece.
No, the commentator. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, yeah. That takes us to the end of the first quarter. It's a 10-6 lead, but Adam, go right ahead. So I mean, you can get your piece out because shit, we got a good looking panel going.
Well, it's interesting to see that this Kansas City Chiefs looks like they're out of sorts a little bit. In the SoFi Stadium, they're playing in this big ass dome that they rarely don't play. Remember, San Diego's different than what they got now. So I think the Chargers are trying to rise to the occasion. Look at the Commanders in the NFC East, right? We thought they were dead to rights. Anything can happen when you play your division.
Division.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm interested to see how the Chargers are going to respond. To this, and if they can cover Kelsey. I know that's a big task, but they got to tackle somebody already. My God, breaking tackles left and right. This is terrible. The league has just become terrible. I'm sorry. I love the game, and it's one of the reasons why I became a sport fan.
It's become soft.
And not to mention this too, and I talked about this too, the punishments for certain players is the NFL is so inconsistent with their punishments. First of all, Josh Gordon, got popped for weed, gets suspended. What an entire year suspension, and you had Deshaun Watson with the personal conduct 11 games. What the fuck does that make? For me, I would have given Deshaun Watson a whole year. Well, not obviously 2 years. I see people say 2 years, but you're kind of pushing it.
Roger Goodell's got to go, man. That's the problem that I have with him. He waves his friggin' big power stick around all the time and just is selective when he picks players. Right, he doesn't Akeem Hunt is out for the year, right? Kicking a woman or whatever he did, and they get reinstated, right? They get reinstated. Great. What's that guy who played for the Cowboys? Greg Hardy or some shit.
Greg Hardy
is out for 10 games. Why are you about? But Calvin Ridley, who bets on football, right? Which you're not supposed to do, right? Which is worse?
Oh. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought something big just happened.
I'm just saying.
What up, Hayden?
Oh yeah, that's right. Thank God for Mahomes. I have him started in my fantasy league this week, which I have him over. It's great. So 2nd and 15, and here comes Mahomes, who can play action, throws a deep ball, and that's going to be caught. But, oh, no, that's wow, damn.
Hey, Jeff. Ben Simmons, you ready for this?
What do you do?
He's got 20 points, 8 boards, 5 assists.
Whoa. How many points does he have?
20 points.
Ben Simmons.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Simmons.
Yes, him, KD, 20 points apiece.
Did they?
Half
Are
time.
Tyrese
they
got
winning?
14.
Are they winning or are they losing?
No, they're getting blown out.
No,
Yeah,
they're
40.
winning 109 to 98.
Come on, Mitch. I was trying to have some fun, bro.
Oh, I
they're
couldn't hear
winning?
you. I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
God damn it! Don't do that.
Don't worry. After we beat them on Tuesday, we'll have more
So we're
fun.
winning. We're winning.
Y'all not beating them on Tuesday.
Yes, we
40
will.
yard gain on
Man,
the play.
they gonna spread y'all like some greasy peanut butter, man. Chill with that.
Ah, my God.
So,
So
Jeff,
I
there
love
you go.
Coach, man. I'm gonna use that in my next slide, man. I'm gonna use that.
Comments.
Yeah.
We got spread like some greasy peanut butter today.
Exactly.
Not just peanut
Giants
butter,
got spread
but
like some greasy peanut butter.
Yeah, they
Like the
did.
old,
Yeah, they did.
natural, like the old natural peanut butter with the oil sitting on top.
Exactly.
Oh,
There
no.
you go. Exactly.
You gotta mix it up, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I can't do peanut butter like that.
Down
And Kelsey into
Kansas
the end
City.
zone, touchdown,
The Heat
Kansas
are getting
City.
killed. The Miami Heat
shock.
are getting killed.
Who
You
the
know
Heat
what's funny?
playing?
They're playing the Cavs.
Are you broadcasting a game or are you talking fantasy basketball?
I'm just talking basketball. Basketball is my favorite sport. so I
Let's
do
rein
this
it in
every
here.
night.
Let's rein it in here. We got a good game going. You're sitting here talking about KD.
Yes,
Great
because my
point, but
favorite
the
sport is
league cares more
basketball.
about the appearance of the integrity of the league more so than a
What
girlfriend
integrity?
being
Look at that.
physical.
He just did the Dion. He just did the Dion.
Yeah.
But that's,
You know what?
that-
No
that-
Mets,
that-
no Nets, no Jets makes a point right here. Great point, but the
Is-
league cares more about the appearance of the integrity of the league more so than a girlfriend being physically assaulted.
But doesn't that's counterproductive to the integrity?
That's
because-
counterproductive.
Yeah, if you see somebody beating up your girlfriend, how is that the integrity?
Well, yeah, you're taking
Yeah.
it away, right? Because don't you want
Yeah.
upstanding citizens? I mean, not everybody's upstanding in their job, and I know it's a job first, and I think sometimes they do things that are a little above the job, right? So I just think if you're gonna have penalties, make penalties. Okay, if you do this the first time, you get this many games. You do this second time, you get this
You
many games. You do this a third time, you're out the league or out the. You know what I'm saying?
It's
The
also
league, like the
hard.
indefinite suspension or the I think the restricted list. I mean,
It's hard because don't forget everything has to be go through the union, so it has
Well,
to
the
be
problem-
uniform.
Well, the
Yeah.
problem is that they're all about money, right? And it's all
Mhm.
about revenue stream. So what the real issue is that yes, and by the way, the Players Association is a bunch of idiots. Okay,
Yes, they are.
they just don't they never have a backbone to stand on. They always conform. You wanted safety. You know how you get safety? You have a strike and say we're not playing football on this turf anymore. You know what I mean? Until everybody decides to do it. Guess what?
yeah.
The league is going to go like, all right, you will do it. You know what I mean? Now they're going to do it because the injuries are just mounting up. And I just think the NFL is the only sport that really doesn't have the players' backs in terms of what they do, in terms of revenue sharing,
Hey,
in terms of
they're just
everything.
money hungry.
And don't get it wrong, the players are the same way, man. These players play a game that I played when I was a kid that I loved to play. I would play in the rain, mud, concrete. These motherfuckers sit here and they're, I need my money, I need my social media. Just play the game, man. Just line up and play. Oh, we don't want practice. Well, guess what? You're the reason why you have these injuries. Because your body doesn't build calluses. Why are there soft tissue? Why are your soft tissue injuries up now more than ever? They played in the 80s. They played in the 90s. They didn't take people out for hamstring injuries.
No.
I remember like during the early 2000s. I mean, I've seen people like bounce off the turf and like they shit like actually not just like the turf nowadays, but back then, the days where I remember a veteran stadium, we were just playing absolute concrete. Like
that was like the Brady Bunch grass. They don't need to mow it. It's just a carpet in the middle of a stadium somewhere.
That's all you got to do.
I get what he means by integrity in that part. He's talking about in terms of gambling and fixing
Bad
games.
apples.
That's different. That's different.
Yeah. Bad apples who have been disciplined. You can't have battles who have been disciplined. You can't.
Yeah, but in the
have
NFL,
belief it's the player maybe throwing game. Well, there's
in the
throwing
NFL,
football games.
In the NFL, it's hard. I'll tell you why. Because if I know you're throwing a game, somebody's supposed to police me out there. Meaning, if you hear the guys throwing games, guess what? You're not going to be in the league very long. The NFL is very fickle like that. They will get rid of you quickly if you don't toe that company line. Excuse me.
Look at Ray Rice, for example, was a good football player, and then just all the off the field shit, and it just automatically.
He had one incident.
Yeah,
which is probably
what incident kicked
they
him out
made
of
an example out of him. That's what they did to him. They ruined that guy. And I'm not saying
And
he was a good guy.
ooh, what
I'm
a
not
return
saying
by
that at
number
all.
one.
He made a mistake. Trust me. He's not really like that. He made a mistake. He shouldn't have hit his girl. That's on the real. But when his girl wants to be his wife and is fighting for him like that, yo, come on, man.
Well, the
Like
thing,
that's
the thing, I hate to say this about this, but his reaction seemed like a player who plays a violent sport. It was
Yeah.
more of a reactionary than it
Mm-hmm.
was like
oh yeah.
actually calculated. She did something to him, and he just reacted. Right now, I'm not saying I agree with it. All I'm saying is like they just ruined that guy's career. But yet Deshaun Watson, gets a rub and
Mm-hmm.
tug, and they're like, "Oh my
Mm-hmm.
God, give me a break." I'm like,
And
that's the
Eckler breaks
problem
a
I have with him.
tackle. Hey, that's
But
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, why would you give a guy 11 games for violating? Well, let's be real. And
well,
you can blame Deshaun Watson. Like, who sees like 60 something like massage therapists? Like, where you could just see one. Like, that doesn't make. That's ridiculous.
Well, I
yeah,
mean,
really?
the man.
Really?
I mean, wait, Will Chamberlain has had sex with over 100 women, and nobody
Oh,
says nothing about
that's right.
that.
I forgot. I read about that story. It's like,
A
God
hundred,
damn.
100, no, 10,000.
Well, I'm being
Well,
nice.
whatever it is, man.
God,
Wilt the
no, come
Stilt. That's
on.
why it was Wilt the Stilt.
Well,
Yeah.
no,
And Echo to the
Magic Johnson was the same way too. I mean, let's be honest, right? But
Yep.
the problem that we're having is like we don't really know the stories. Do we know? Because the thing that I didn't like about what happened was when he's going to get free agency money, all these women come out.
yeah.
Timeout. Are you talking? Wait. Oh my.
No, don't even bring it up.
I
Please don't even say the name.
read the
Don't say
comment.
the
It's
name. Don't say the name. Don't say the name.
Bruh,
Look. I have
7-2. Like, what the
if
fuck?
if you have it. Well, look. In terms of Deshaun Watson, don't forget Robert Kraft. What the fuck did he go through? I
Same
mean,
Yeah,
thing.
Almost
realistically,
same
exactly.
thing.
Exactly.
whether it now look, those women brought the thing. That's where the issue is. They brought something about up about it, but it's still the same thing. Come on, man. A lot of those guys go through and they do that. They're on the road. They go to the massage parlors, whatever the case may be.
The
Yeah, that's
clubs,
what they do. The clubs. Come
Yep.
on, men have been doing it. Men do it. Even guys we all know probably. We all probably know a
And
guy or
that is
two
bad
who
down.
does
That's
that.
gonna be incomplete. But yeah. But it's just like I just find it really weird. How do you like you could just kind of doesn't make sense though, but I mean it's over 60 though. But I do feel like though
don't worry
with
about
the
the number is irrelevant. The point
oh
is
yeah.
that is the conduct. To me, if it was consensual conduct or not.
Yeah,
Like
that's
if he was out
Hmm.
there and he
and
was,
down goes
doing
Herbert.
this and harming them, right?
Coach.
That's a different story. If he's in there and they kind of express this, I don't know where he picked up these women, but
Oh,
knowing Deshaun Watson, he has money, so I'm sure they're not like on Craigslist. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like not going to back pages to find these people.
Yeah.
but see, that's the thing too. Some, not all. I'm not gonna say all. Let's be real. I know there's some that legitimately probably feel offended, but
Right,
there's one or two that said, "Oh, he's an NFL player. I'm gonna get some money out of him." But
right,
the second he went to settle, what did they do? They grabbed that money and ran.
right. Nobody
So
wants to go. Why doesn't nobody go into court then? If you really want to
yeah,
make a
that's a very
statement,
good point.
take it
yeah,
all the way. If he really did something to you,
exactly.
you should have your rights. You should go there, and how big a scandal this would be if that happened. But no, you settled out of
Oof.
court, took the bag instead.
Kraft
Exactly,
is
and
an
then that's
owner,
no.
and Kraft is part of the collective who hires the commissioner. The commish can't fire or discipline the people he works
But that's
for.
the problem. That's creating the culture. That's what I'm getting at. It's a culture. So if that's the culture, I mean, how are you going to, in some regards, because Robert Kraft was put on blast, man, and he was caught in a
Yeah.
raid or
With
whatever.
his pants down.
Yeah, literally. Yeah,
Exactly.
literally. Exactly. He was. He was
Exactly.
literally caught with his
So
pants down. There you
I
go.
mean, and the other owners, I mean, come on, they're probably doing the same thing. They just don't want their names put
Well,
out there. But
listen,
it's
I
the
mean, Bill
culture.
Belichick has a young girlfriend. You know what I mean? No one's
Yeah.
complaining about him.
Yeah. So I mean,
I mean, the only
Listen, if
one
I had,
we'll have a gripe, or I mean, a legitimate gripe is Stan Snyder. I mean, we can all agree on this panel that that's the only one owner we have a legitimate gripe with.
yeah, but he did things to the employees that were inappropriate. That they
Oh yeah,
even coming out and saying,
yeah, yeah.
like those cheerleaders shouldn't be exposed to do what they did,
No,
and they didn't.
You're
They
on.
probably, and he should be fired.
he should be gone. Whatever. Now you
whatever.
got
Yeah,
the federal government coming in on it.
yeah.
How
And
come they
that's
don't
what
take? How come they don't take draft picks?
Yeah, remember
They may
remember Miami, the NFL stripped Miami of their first round pick this year.
for tanking.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
tanking. That's what they're worried about. Meanwhile, this guy's over here taking pictures of cheerleaders, and they're like, "Oh, you know what? No
exactly.
draft picks."
Exactly. Well, see, it's going through the course now. So we have to wait and see because now that you got the federal government involved,
Yeah, you're screwed.
you got to wait till that plays out, and then all the owners in the league are they going to say no? Let's get him out of here. Let's get someone else, and then because of that, you've got to give him level the punishment. Let's keep it a buck. What
I'm
craft
sorry,
is doing?
we're taking away from this guy's beautiful calling of the play-by-plays.
I'm sorry.
Shit.
It's
Trust
okay.
me, like
Chat is right now just talking about trading Julius Randle and trading R.J. Barrett. So the Knicks
they want to
fans-
fire Thibodeau as well.
The Knicks fans are going nuts right now in the chat, so it's okay.
I would say Tibbs, yes, and that's as far as I'm going to go right now. But I get what you're saying. Yeah, we can all sit here and say it should be legal, and some of what Watson did, yes, it's a sexual assault. So yes, he should be held
Why
accountable
is he
for
not in
that.
jail?
But that's the whole thing. That's where I'm going to because it's like
you got some cloud chasers.
yeah, the prosecutors dropped the charges. So is it
And
really sexual assault?
oh
Because
yeah,
if I agree, I will say I think it was. Let me say that I'm a father of 3 daughters, so
I
yeah. So
I'm not laughing at the fact the last play I just saw and the referee's running away like a little wuss.
so, but I agree. No Mets, no Jets, no Nets, no Jets. I think it was sexual assault somewhere along there, and some of the women are too scared to go any further. But there are some that just wanted to hear. They heard, "Oh, let me throw my stuff in," because they probably agreed to do it because he paid them nicely.
Yeah.
and Mahomes is going to get Mahomes. Hey, that's
Well,
going to be
What up,
incomplete.
Wales?
What up, Wales?
How you doing,
It's
Wales?
interesting. It's interesting to see how they're defending Mahomes in this offense right now. It seems like they're doing a lot of pressure, but these crossing routes aren't really getting open right now. And a lot of people want to complain about receiving core or lack thereof, whatever. Or we look at different guys differently, but the defense gets paid as well, right?
Oh yeah.
So today the Giants had 341 yards passing. I don't want to hear any more about we don't have a receiving core, okay? Because we had Wandell over 100 and Darius Slayton over 96. Yet we're bereft of talent.
well, don't forget
you,
too.
Wales.
It's also a product.
Man, Kelsey did not see that pass. It hit him off the shoulder pad, and that's going to be 3 and out by the Kansas City Chiefs.
Did not read the hot route there.
Good luck to you too, Wales.
Adam.
Oh,
It also some of it is what Detroit gave. So if that's what they're giving you, you got to take it. Sometimes teams play us. What do? They blanket us, and we don't have receivers who get separation. They were playing a mixture of zone and pass.
Do you think
zone and man? Sorry.
Do you think they strategy was, hey, we'll let Jones throw all over the yard as long as we stop Barkley?
That was obvious.
Yeah.
They wanted to take Barkley away, and
absolutely.
they said let Jones beat us. And ultimately, because he threw for 300 yards, but how many touchdowns did he throw for?
One,
One,
and
I
it was
believe.
empty yardage to me. And they didn't even go downfield and stuff like the way that they should have, And that's why someone said, hey, why don't they run those crossing routes? Didn't I say to you, Jeff, offensive pass interference? That's why they don't run them. Guess what happened today? Same shit.
We
I'm
saw
not trying
that.
to.
That was DJ. That was DJ that held on to the ball a little too long when it was an offensive. It was man down
Yeah,
the
with
field, I
Kate,
believe.
with Kate, it was two things. It was the Cager 1-2. When Cager was running, he ran a pass. Wandell caught it, and they threw the offensive flag on it, and it was clearly not. But I'm telling you, the Giants, they were looking for it. That's why they stopped doing it. They went back to the bread and butter, and they got called again.
And Herbert draws back, throws a complete. Oh, and that's going to be incomplete to Joshua Palmer.
And
it looks like
Justin Herbert needs a new coach, Joe. His coach is not putting him in the right position.
Him.
That whole division needs new coaching. Besides Andy Reid, that whole damn division is
they just need better coaching.
Well, the thing is, I see Herbert with Anthony Lynch go off, right, throwing all dimes all over the field.
I think that's his rookie year.
Yes, and then this year, the last 2 years of this guy, he's gone off, but it feels like it's so systematic. It's not like natural.
Oh yeah, and
let's get rid of RPO. I hate RPOs, yo.
Hey, Adam, Kenny Galladay caught the ball at least. Hey, at least he caught
You
the
know what?
freaking
You know
ball.
what? This is what I have to say about Kenny Galladay. All right, all you fools who thought he was going to be good because that's all I heard about how good he was going to be when he was coming back. Shame on you. Okay, shame on you. Because I said that guy's not going to do anything when he comes back. What makes you think he's going to do anything? Because he didn't do anything prior to that, and here we are.
And I even said this too. I talked this off screens. I say, yeah, this is not going to work out well. And we were seeing it. And Herbert drops back. Throws on a 3rd and 4, completes it to over the middle to who the hell's who's number? What's that? 48. Who's number 48?
Some guy who was mopping up. No, he's
that was smart.
That's what I said. I'm not saying the wide receiver core is great, but it ain't bad as advertised. The coaching staff killed the wide receivers' confidence this offseason. Why they played new sheriff in town. That's from no Mets, no Nets, no Jets.
No, what happened is they don't trust going downfield with their quarterback. That's plain and simple. And what they're doing is they've made a lot of reads for him where it's rollout and very designed.
And play action, dumps it off to Eckler to the outside. That ain't gonna be about 2. Spiller, man, ain't gonna get at least 2 yards. Good Lord.
They're relying a lot on the run game. That's what they built around. That's what Garrett wanted to build around. Garrett wanted to build around Barkley, but he blew out his knee in 2020 or whatever it was. And so the whole offense was like he had no backup plan. It was like, Barkley's gone. We are just gonna friggin' stink. And I think that's what did Garrett in is he had no backup plans when people would counterpunch him. He would just like, his first 15 plays, they do a counterpunch and then he'd be lost, right?
Mm-hmm.
This offense, they do a lot of rollouts, but if Daniel Jones doesn't run, he has nothing. He just has empty yards. I hate to say that, but
and Herbert, play action, deep ball to over the middle.
DeAndre Carter with the catch.
Okay, thank you, because it's hard to see.
I like DeAndre Carter.
Yeah, he's pretty nice.
He came up. He's been a veteran. He's earning a spot here in the slot. And let's talk about slot corners because since we need one. Number 25, I have no idea who that guy was for the Giants.
Rodarius Williams. That's Rodarius Williams.
That was Rodarius Williams? Man, that guy looked like he was lost out there.
Yeah.
Well,
so is Matt Parrott and so is Shane Lemieux.
That's what I'm telling people. I was like, oh, yeah, football shape. You get Odell Beckham Jr. in here. It's going to take at least 2 or 3 weeks for him to get under his sea legs.
You're right. And everybody thinks he's going to come back and be the Odell
Joshua Palmer. And he's going to get past the 30. It's the 31 goes Joshua Palmer. So
I love Joshua Palmer coming out.
Some fans live in the world of nostalgia, thinking that when you bring back somebody, they're automatically going to be what they were.
Like Landon Collins, who's done nothing.
Yeah, he's done nothing.
If you bring back Odell, he's not going to be the same receiver as he used to be. Because remember that.
I want to ask Adam this one too, because I haven't heard his opinion. What do you think about the Adoree Jackson thing that happened with him returning?
That was a big blow. That's the biggest blow of the game. Because he was the start.
Pissed off about it though, the fact that him was returning punts.
Not really. I mean, he could have injured himself returning an interception. Then what happens, right? Oh, you should have went down on the play. Like if ifs and buts or candies and nuts every day would be Christmas. What his coach tried to do was try to get the best guy for the job. Do we always want a starter back there? No. But obviously no one else stepped up to the job. Do I think it's Brian Daboll's first big coaching mistake? I guess so. I mean, I would have put Darnay Holmes back there personally. That's just me. He's already returned punts in college. He's done it a lot last year. He's not a prominent figure on your defense like Adoree Jackson is, who guess what? Now is out 3 to 5 weeks, possibly. I don't know. I don't know. That's a rumor that's going around. And guess who we're playing in the next 3 to 5 weeks? Oh, I don't know. Dallas, Scary Terry, and then eventually the Eagles. So, I think it's a big blow to the defense. I can't blame Daboll because you can't predict an injury, and I think the Giants have too many Seahorn flashbacks, and that was on a kickoff return.
I don't care about no nuts, Xmas, bro. You put your only real cornerback returning punts. Terrible. That was Miz.
I see a Spiller right up the middle for another Chargers first down.
The Wan'Dale Robinson really hurt me more. That was tough.
I understand that with Seahorn as well. I was excited about it, but an injury happens. Do I agree with it? No, but Deion Sanders returned punts. Do you see the Cowboys complain? I mean, the guy went to the Hall of Fame, is going to the Hall of Fame as a corner, but he also is going to the Hall of Fame as a return man. They played that guy at wide receiver as well.
He was all over the place.
Injuries happen. It's part of the
first
game.
and 10. We get Eckler in the backfield under 5 and almost under 5.5. Herbert hands off to Eckler, goes right up the middle, close to the 10. Looks like to the 7 or looks like towards the 6-yard line goes Austin Eckler. So it'll be second down with now with an opportunity to put 6 up on the board for the
Austin
LA
Van
Chargers.
Gorme is a better coach than McCarthy.
Austin Eckler is an interesting player because you don't think he's as powerful as he is, but then he'll run up there and get 8+ yard run on you and carry guys.
He's got good lower body strength and able to elude tackles.
Yeah.
And he's
For a guy of his size, too.
Dual threat guy. But Adoree isn't a punt returner. Dion is.
Adoree was a punt
Actually,
returner.
yes, he did it in college. So
And
get your facts straight.
Hands up
If you're gonna,
to Eckler again, and they think he might get the first down under 5 minutes to play.
he did that in college. I mean, he was a game breaker at USC at the punt returner position. Don't say he didn't do it. Dion was a corner as well, and he returned punts when he got to the NFL. So same thing with him. He also did it in Tennessee. So don't act like Adoree Jackson didn't do this. Like it's not like Sehorn never returned a punt really in his career. He was a receiver, so he probably did some at USC, but never once really in the NFL. Coach, correct me if I'm wrong. If you know a little bit more. Dion did it he was doing Dion things in Atlanta. He was returning punts in Atlanta. He returned punts with the 49ers. He returned punts with the Cowboys. Hell, I even think he returned a couple punts back in the day for the Ravens as well when they needed him.
Dion is always, even at FSU, he was a returner. So, did he do it often? No. And what you do is, in terms of that, Adoree, you need a playmaker. That's the whole thing.
Exactly.
Hi, Coles. You're happy.
Coach, you bring up a good point about playmakers because when I was growing up watching football, I was always taught that the punt return, like look at Dante Hall, right? That guy flips the field. That's a whole nother weapon you have to kind of account for. That's why I always wanted to put Kadarius Toney at the punt return position because he returned a lot in college, and I thought that would be one of the things to integrate him into the offense is get him out there and get his lightning electric ability out there. You know what I mean? Dante Hall was never the greatest receiver, but man, you didn't want to kick
electric punter. Yeah,
Devin Hester, same thing.
Yeah,
Devin Hester. I mean, look at Cordell Patterson. I mean, my God.
I mean, if you look at today, but he
will say
Chicago Bears special teams on a kick return.
Yeah, he did.
Liz, I will say this, and
what is Deion Sanders?
I learned this from quite a few high-level coaches. You put your best 11 out there whenever you can, so you can create the opportunities to make
mismatch.
And I mean, I've done it myself as a head coach. I'm not saying NFL level, but I've taken top starter caliber players, and I didn't have backups back there, and I put them on special teams. Why? Because special teams are that important. People get so caught up in special teams, and they're saying, "Oh, well, special teams that's why you don't do it." It's football. Right. Special teams. Right, you make a play on special teams, it ignites the whole team. You get a great kickoff or punt return for a touchdown.
And Herbert hands up to Eckler, and he's going
to ask the Jets how they feel about their punt return today.
As a Giants fan, let's talk about Deshaun Jackson. I mean, let's be real. I mean,
started right out.
I get where you're going. I understand your point. But to say you don't do it, no, that's wrong. I disagree with that because I will. If he's my best opportunity to make a play back there, I'm putting him back there. And if he gets hurt, he gets hurt.
But that's a risk you take. But that's the risk you take if he runs a route. I mean, Sterling Shepard was skipping down the field, in the Dallas game and injured himself, right? So how is that any different than putting him on a punt return?
But I mean,
Spiller to the end zone.
Miz.
Touchdown Chargers.
Miz, I know some coaches who think like you, and I don't have a problem with that. Me, I do, and I don't have a problem with Dabo because he did it, because he's trying to win.
Yo, I put Michael Vick back there in Madden back in the day. Do you think I cared about punt return? I wanted to win the damn game.
That's
no, I know. I'm making a joke, but you get what I'm saying. Like, you just got to put your players back there to win.
Okay.
Was he able to get big points in Madden?
We might get like a face mask against
Michael Vick in that game was disgustingly good.
He was.
Miz, all I can say is we can both agree to disagree, and I'm going to leave it right there.
Not on a team where it's in that corner.
Face mask against the Kansas City Chiefs. That is their third penalty today.
Not playing red coverage.
My question is, why are the rules different for Deion Sanders than they are Adoree Jackson?
Because he's saying that we're thin at cornerback. That's why you don't put him back there. I don't remember.
Okay, but the Cowboys didn't have like a litany of guys after Dion that you're like, oh, he comes in, they're going to shut down half the field. I mean, Deion Sanders literally shut down half of a field, and they still put him back on punt returns because they wanted that electricity and that element of you can't punt to us.
Coach.
And the kick is good.
I see Mrs. Point, and
no. The one right now on the screen.
Like I said, I see Mrs. Argument.
I agree, but I also agree with what you're saying. It's like sometimes you put them back there for a spark. I mean, they do it a lot. I've seen teams take their starting receiver, and put Tyreek Hill back there. But it's Tyreek Hill. Oh, you can't do it. But they want the punter to know, hey, if we get a chance for a return, we're putting the best guy we feel back there on the return because the guy got injured. Yes, it's unfortunate. I get it. The injury rates go up, but he was doing a routine thing. He was getting tackled. It wasn't like he was running and he blew at his knee and, he got tackled. That happens.
It's like
could have been, like I said.
It's like the Eagles put out Devontae Smith back there and he gets hurt.
I mean, shit. I mean, we put Devontae Smith back out there. We did Quez Watkins a couple times. I mean, our special team has not been the best the last, I would say, couple of years since. I mean, the only best return guy we ever had. We had a couple guys, Sproles and Deshaun Jackson at times.
If you want to have a better argument, the better argument is if you had more depth at a certain position, like a receiver or something like that, that's when you put a guy in there. I mean, you look at the Eagles, they had Brian Mitchell for a long time. They had Westbrook for a long time. Yeah. And then guess what? Andy Reid decided to put Deshaun Jackson back there, who was their starting receiver at the time. So, it's like on basketball. If you got a guy who can make 3-point shots, I'm not just going to put him out there because he can't play defense. Sometimes I got to put him out there to see if he can ignite the offense when we play. Like, hey, I know you don't play defense, but go chuck up some shots and see if we can get back in the game real quick. A punt return could flip the whole momentum in the game.
Oh, yeah.
I don't trust Richie James anymore back there. I really don't. I'm very, very cautious about Richie James being back there. But the problem is can we put this Pimpleton, whatever his name is, Pimpleton on give him a shot?
Pimple butt.
We brought him on the practice squad because he's a guy that has return ability. Throw him out there and give him a shot. It's not Dory's not obviously around. We tried Holmes once. Obviously, Richie James not getting the job done. I mean, Brightwell.
I think Brian Dable doesn't have much to go with. Let's be honest, folks. He takes away Wandale.
That's the mistake that Brian Dable's ever made, if I'm not mistaken, too, when it comes just to the special teams option.
Well, he's going to be a coach, and this is the problem: is he's done so well that we forgot that he's going to make errors, right? And this is why I keep telling people,
we're all human.
Right, he's like Jim Fossil right now, or Dan Reeves when they first came in. Dan Reeves 11-5, Jim Fossil 10-5-1, or 11-5-1, whatever they were that year. And sometimes you're going to make those decisions that you think are best for your team. I don't think he said, Dory Jackson, you know what, let's do that. They said, let's get a guy in here who not only because Richie James doesn't do anything on the punt return. When they kick to Richie James, I'm just praying that he doesn't fumble the football. And if he gets some type of return, it's not even that good. It's like, all right, Gary Brightwell does more on his kickoffs than Richie James does on his punt returns.
What up, Randy?
Hey, Jeff.
I'm sorry they effed up your order. What's up, Coach?
The Nets had 7 guys in double figures.
We won?
Yeah, you won by 12.
All right.
We know
somewhat better.
Miz, I agree with you. And now we already spoke about this, that it's going to be a tough out without Adoree Jackson and a bunch of custodians playing cornerback out there on Thursday night. I know a lot of Giant fans were really saying 8-2, but you got to beat the teams in front of you. Didn't even beat a hungry,
That's not funny,
Detroit
bro.
team.
That's not funny. I'm not laughing about Gabe Davis throwing a dog in the snow, especially in Buffalo. It's not funny to me.
And they actually did talk about that too. And I think one of the players, he's going to print out the text messages next time if it happens because he had he had to literally had to dig his car out of the 6 feet of snow. So
That's not funny to me when I see that because it's
I got a 1st and 10.
It's like 6-8 feet of snow, and I see a dog getting thrown into that type of snow, and I'm an animal lover, so that does not fly
absolutely.
well with me.
But I mean, if I pick the Chiefs in the pick'em league. Fuck. But I mean, we still got another half of football. But I mean, so far from the Chiefs, man, they already got 3 penalties so far in this first half.
Chiefs are not playing a good football game today. That was a bad drop by Valdez Scantling.
So So receiving for the Kansas City Chiefs, a tight end, 7 receptions for 120 yards and a touchdown. All others 3 catches for 30 yards and no touchdowns.
No, I
And
understand.
Mahomes, and that is dropped by Juju Smith-Schuster.
Oh, that was Valdez Scantling.
Or was that Valdez? Oh, well, they both got the same height.
Still early, Rob. Haha, chill
Yeah,
soon.
Yeah, that's what I said. I mean, he's got another half.
And right now, Miz, if Jackson's obviously not going to play. If Moreau can't play this Thursday, it's probably going to be a combination of between Nick McLeod, Darnay Holmes, Rodarius Williams, and Cordell Flott that'll be our cornerbacks right now. That's if Moreau can't go because of his rib injury. Otherwise, and our safety position, Pinnock obviously had the jaw injury, and now we also obviously
And
don't
that
have
is
McKinney,
incomplete.
So it's gonna be Julian Love and Dane Belton as our safeties right now. No,
Mahomes is playing terribly.
And that's a 3 early. That's a 3 and out at the goal line for the Kansas City Chiefs.
You got Isaiah Pacheco, 5 carries for 46 yards. Why are they not running?
Buddy, you are the ultimate troll. Adam, Wales wants to know who you have the World Cup.
Who do I have in the World Cup?
Yeah.
You know, I'll answer that in a minute.
Oh. Flott, oh my God, he's a rookie. He's barely played. I can't. I'm sorry, Rob.
There you go. Well, yes, I got 241, 17-13. Chargers still lead the Chiefs. And like all of we could agree, man, Chiefs are just not playing their style of football. And like Coach said, how the hell do you abandon the running game?
Yeah, I'm looking at whatchamacallit.
Pacheco doesn't even have not even 50 rushing yards total.
He's 5 for 46.
Whew.
So
U.S. plays tomorrow 2 p.m. Go ahead,
Patrick
guys.
Mahomes is 10 for 20 for 150 yards. He's 50%.
It doesn't even feel like he's thrown for 50%. It feels like it's been worse.
I feel like that's what I'm saying. It's somewhere like high 30s to low 40 range. The way that he's been putting. That's right. Juju's out. I forgot about that.
Jump on.
I mean, MVS dropped. I mean, it's pretty much just been Travis Kelce's pretty much just one saving the passing game for him.
He is. I think Miz says that he was gonna just drop a couple of video updates and stuff during the games. Miz, if you do a stream during the day, for a little bit during the games, I'll see if I can hop on just to show support for you.
Me too.
And I'll be doing a Nets recap later on tonight after this stream. So anybody that wants your Nets content, I'll be looking over a little bit the film quickly, and I'll be dropping a Nets video tonight on the impressive victory they had. So let's go Nets.
Who did the Nets play?
They played Memphis tonight without Ja Morant.
Ooh, okay. I think that's an impressive win. I'll give
that without Ja though. You know what? I don't. A win is a win. I'll take it. A win
that's what I'm saying. Like a win's a win. Like no matter. But
well, you know who I like in the World Cup? I like the Netherlands. They don't win, but I love their uniforms. Their orange unis are always get me though. It's just like they always get me. I'm like, why are these unis these big orange creamsicles? But I love watching the Netherlands.
I like those uniforms too. But we
don't
know
Coach, for those who
know Coach is going to root for, right, Coach?
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be a running freaking joke all day.
He's going to watch that Brazilian team when they go. They got the butt competition down there.
Yeah.
Oh my
who
God!
cares about the game? I just want to see her.
And some of her friends too. Yo, what's up, Taj?
What up?
The Dutch are a sleeper team, Adam. That's what Wales says. Brazilian
and Herbert
females.
takes a snap. I think Brazil just has the better looking. Well, someone probably can make the argument. I think Brazil and there's a few other countries have better looking women.
South America
just in general.
Brazil, Colombia, Venezuela, Chilean. Oh.
Is Ronaldo playing on his Portugal team or no?
That's a very good. I think he is. But for me, I'm going. I mean, I love the USA, but I'm going with Team Germany because I have my part of my ancestry rooted in Germany. But I remember 2014, or was it 2014, 2015? Whatever it was. I mean, just remember Brazil getting their ass whooped by Germany.
I'm married into a Dutch family, so I'm obligated. That's what Wales says.
And for those who don't know, in the town that I live in, it's a Dutch settlement.
Mine says Trinidad.
So now we're at... Oh, Trinidad. Hey, don't sleep on the Dominican women, too. Dominican, man,
he's not done in New York, Saj.
That's too early.
Yeah, they're not going to do that. Go ahead, Wales. Shoot the question for us. No, Zach Wilson's not done. The Jets would be crazy to get rid of to stop right now. I mean, they would just be certain if he's done.
All right, fellas, I'm gonna hop off for a little bit.
All right, thank you, Adam, for hopping on.
Adam,
thank you for having me.
Anytime,
no problem.
Have a good one. I love Dominicans. Messi or Ronaldo? That's from Wales.
Ooh.
Puerto Rican.
Well, who's old? Like, I think Messi might be a little bit older than Ronaldo. Fuck, that is a tough one.
Aren't they around the same age?
I am not sure. Man, that's a really tough one. I mean, they're both good players in their own right. Like, damn, like, why do you have to? Messi is 35.
Wow. Taj is saying that Zach Wilson's turning into Sam Darnold. Wow.
Ronaldo's 37, so Ronaldo's the older of the two.
Hey, Taj, I'm going to say this real quickly. It'd be nice if the Jets cannot allow the team, the Patriots, to get a punt return for a touchdown with what 5 seconds left to go in the game. That'd be nice if they could stop that from happening.
Absolutely.
I'd pick Ronaldo too. I would. What up, further?
Yo, what's good, everybody?
What up?
What's up?
I think further I think you have a YouTube tab open.
Do I?
Yeah.
How's it now?
Yeah, still here.
Hello. I can still hear me.
I don't have the tab open though.
Brasilia!
I don't know what to tell you, dude. It's just StreamYard and that's it. And Twitter.
Thank you, Almighty. You gotta. Wait, are you on Twitter right now?
I am. What do you need?
Take off the Twitter because you're on the StreamYard.
Okay. Twitter's gone. This is the only tab I have open then.
Okay, yeah, what's Twitter?
Really?
Still here. Are you on YouTube as well?
No, this is it. This is the only thing. This is it.
Man.
Are you sure? And
okay.
He's gone.
It sounded like, I don't know what he had open, so I mean.
It might have been the YouTube.
Maybe. So we got a 3rd and 7 coming up for the Chargers.
Almighty is sharing all the type of women he likes.
Dude.
All right, how about now?
Hi. Still hear it.
Yep. Yeah, I can still hear it a little bit.
Huh. All right, let me restart my PC.
Okay.
So we got 3rd and 7. Herbert drops back. Escapes just a couple tackles. Rushes to his right. Pump fakes and goes out of bounds. And we're going to get a flag against Kansas City. That's going to be a late hit.
Kansas City's playing stupid football this evening. They're playing a lot of stupid football tonight. Messi only played for 2 teams at the top level. Ronaldo done it at the highest level in England, Spain, and Italy. Don't ever disrespect me and say Messi is better than Ronaldo. Well,
I didn't say nothing about that. Like I said, they're both good players in their own right. I didn't say who's better than the other.
Hey, Wales is very serious about his soccer, and he's very serious about his UFC and boxing. Wales is very serious about that stuff. Alex, what's up, bro?
Yeah, what up?
What up, Alex? How you doing? Oh my God! Everybody's already all the Jets fans. Everybody's not jumping off the Zach Wilson bandwagon. They're jumping off Zach Wilson.
I say give him like another year or two.
Damn right, Vance.
So I got a 1st and 10. 1:13 left here in the first half.
As long
Go
as
ahead,
she
Coach.
legal. As long as she legal for me, that's all I care about.
Herbert drops back, throws, and completes it up the middle for Joshua Palmer towards the 10-yard line.
Almighty, you're really trying hard now. You're really trying hard, bro. You're really going out to left field. I know, bro. You don't like Daniel Jones. We get it. We all get it.
And Eckler
Coach has
on
a
the
winning
Spiller,
mindset.
and he's going to be short of the first down. So second and goal with 44 seconds to go.
You're damn
I
right,
dated them
Alex.
young. I dated them legal all the way up. What's the oldest I dated? I think when I was in my mid-30s, I dated a woman who was 72.
What up?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello?
We'll
Still hear it.
still hear it.
I don't know what to do then.
Wait, where did you connect on?
On Google
on
Chrome on my PC.
Are you on StreamYard?
Yeah.
And you connected on Google Chrome?
Yeah.
Are you
That's
sure
my web
there's no
browser.
other- there's no other tab open?
No, this is it. I restarted my PC.
Try
Check your
muting
audio
mic for a
settings.
second. Yeah, check your audio settings.
How do you do that?
I don't know.
Go to your settings. Go to hit audio, and then hit echo. Check, see if echo cancellation is checked open.
Oh,
What happened in Colorado?
Oh, X cancellation is not checked.
There you go.
Why do people keep changing the settings?
There you go. I have no idea, bro. I have no idea.
And
But
second
Vance,
and one.
Alex, who do you fellas want in the World Cup? Sorry, go ahead.
Is it out? Is it gone now?
Yeah, we can hear you better.
Yeah, you're good now. Further.
Oh, good.
And Brandon Staley's going to take the last time out here. This. Oh, never mind. So wait, I hear echo again. What the hell? Okay, I'm weird. This is weird. Okay.
Hello.
Okay, now I can hear.
Hold on, let me see here. This might help. Speakers. Go to speaker. Go to the deep communication.
Oh! Who cares about soccer? Almighty's so nice sometimes. DJ was making some good throws when the chips were down. This coaching staff is to trust him throwing if they care about the season and maybe next season. Yeah.
How is it? How is it now? Is there an echo?
No,
Hello.
you're good.
You're good
Okay,
now.
so I think I fixed it. I went into the settings and changed my microphone and my
I'm
speaker.
pick France, but I'm not a soccer fan. Also, like Alex, I watch the World Cup if it's a good overall game. So
And
either
that's
way, I hope it's good.
Almost picked off by Kansas City, and that's good. And they're going to force a field goal here for the Chargers.
The rest of the world. I'm telling you, Almighty, don't mess with Wales when it comes to his soccer. Don't do it. He takes his soccer very seriously, and he's right. The rest of the world do really, really love their soccer. We love our football. They love their soccer in the world.
It's like over there. It's like a religion to them.
Exactly.
I mean, especially in Europe, mostly.
The way we take football so seriously in the United States is how the rest of the world treats soccer, especially countries like Europe and South America. They go nuts for soccer.
Absolutely.
No, those South. Did you all see that picture of that Brazilian chick? She wasn't wearing any clothes. And completely naked at that step. They let her in. She got nips,
boing,
slips,
boing,
and
man.
slips and everything. She's all over her body.
Yeah, I'm rooting for Brazil. Yeah.
Coach, have you ever heard that song from Eminem called "Ass Like That"?
Oh my God! Yes.
I'm telling you, I'm going for the Argentina girls.
Yeah, just give me Brazil.
I got the Brazil and Argentina girls. You're just like, holy moly! There's a thing down there. There's a thing down there.
A thing down there.
I just want her. That's all I care about. Just give me her.
Attaboy, Coach.
Yeah, just give me her. Yeah. I'm an old man. I'll be happy. Damn, Skippy. She could.
I wish we treated football like the rest of the world treats soccer. Yeah.
And
it's true.
Good tech. I disagree. I think soccer. I mean, It depends on who you're asking. I mean, soccer's okay to watch.
I think Almighty's just at this point trying to piss Wales off. I really do. He's trying to troll Wales.
Mm-hmm.
Add up NFL, NBA, MLB, hockey, and put it all in one. That's called soccer.
Soccer to the rest of the world.
He's
Absolutely.
Right. He's absolutely 100% right on that one.
The rest of the world, more power to you.
Yeah.
And Mahomes.
Oh, let's be real.
And that's incomplete.
Most of the rest of the world don't have guys our size, too. I'm talking about linemen. Other than maybe Japan are the closest. Yeah. Most don't have, 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", 320 to 350, 380 that can move. Yeah, that's an intimidating sight.
Coach, he's right. That's no Mets, no Nets, no Jets says it.
Or you can make the argument for Australia football for rugby. I mean, they got some guys.
But they don't make them the middle. But they're not 6'8", 350. You might have some who are 6'2",
and that's going to take us into halftime. So the Chargers.
Almighty, are all the mid? Are all mid to you?
I think Almighty's down bad.
Tudo.
Hey, Almighty. Hey, Almighty. Do you like to visit Sally and her 4 sisters all the time?
Oh shit.
I mean, you have nothing but disdain for women, man. What's good?
I think he's down bad.
I don't know, man.
Or did quite a few reject you, and you're just mad at them or something? Bro, I've been rejected plenty of time, and I've been successful plenty of time. It happens, bro.
Yep.
Man, that's life for you.
Just find your flow.
Just find your flow and let it go.
There you go. Find the shorties. You go up, you talk to them, have great conversations. Next thing you know, you're waking up in the morning. Just make sure her makeup looks as good as she does.
Exactly.
Yep.
What's up, Wells?
Oh, what the hell?
I'm into Dominicans, Brazilians, Trinidad, and Puerto Ricans.
More power
there you go,
to you.
See?
I'm into any woman. Shit. Sorry, dated them all. I've dated them all.
And Mars is talking about fiery Tibbs and Leon Rose, and Almighty's completely dropped the subject on that
one. Hey, look, take it from me, man. Hey, look, I'll admit this too. Like, I'm with Coach. Like, I'm not very picky, but if you don't have a good personality, you ain't my type. But for me, I found a nice chocolate girl too. That she's a tremendous sweetheart.
Yeah, bro, I've done them all. Asian, black, white, Latino, Native American. I've dated them tall.
That's right, Mac. That is very specific. Yeah.
I dated was 6'6". I've dated 1'4'11". Man,
I have done that too.
Make sure there's no power tool down there. No disrespect to anyone.
Exactly. That's
my God. Yeah, exactly. There you go.
What the hell do we just get?
Ask that question, no disrespect. You male, female.
Curly hair, you can't go wrong with women really look good with curly hair. I will agree with that. That's 100%.
They do.
I'm not gonna put y'all on to this.
I think I had
no. I'm gonna put y'all on to this. Go on YouTube and look up Vegas Puffy if you haven't seen him. Because his classic, he asks women some really good questions. Some of them are front door, back door, both doors, spit, swallow, and they answer. So it's like, oh yes, and it's some good. Yes.
Damn it!
Finesse and Shagger, good lord! Oh my God!
Damn. That's a British term for oh God, what I talked to someone who came from England. God, what was it? Oh my God.
Yeah, exactly.
In the chat?
What the hell did we just get ourselves into? God.
Hey, that's me. That's coach. I'll take y'all all around the world with that.
Someone who likes to share. I don't care. This is funny to me. Keep it. I really doesn't bother me. This is funny stuff to me.
I mean, they
Come
could
on,
be
lighten
hairy.
up,
They
everyone.
could be.
Oh shit, man! This is entertaining content right here, man. Shit.
Exactly.
Oh god,
No.
I'm not going able to sleep with what I think most of us not going to sleep with what we're hearing tonight. God damn.
I'm telling you, most of y'all gonna be looking up. What do you say, Vegas Puffy? And you're gonna sit there and you're gonna watch. Sometimes I'm like, oh damn, that was cute. Oh yeah. And sometimes you'll talk to 3 or 4 of them at one time, and they'll all talk. It's like, yeah. Like, and he'll always tell you, y'all come to Vegas, I'll hook you up. He knows all the spots to go to. I'm like, oh, it's okay, bro. He know the ladies too. Mm-hmm.
He knows the ladies and he knows what to do with them.
And by the way, he's my age too, and he's talking to the young ones too, and they talk. So
yeah,
but a lot of women do love older men. That's obviously a fact right there. Yeah. A lot of women love older men, so it's not really like abnormal at all.
They don't.
It really isn't.
They don't like the 19-year-old little boys.
Exactly.
No, they need them. I mean, with the younger women, they just like the older, mature. They want someone that's mature and actually act their age. Because some men nowadays in their early teens are just they're mid.
Is this game really sucked that bad that we just like absolutely transition to this?
Pretty much. Shit.
The games today were like that, really, when you think about it, man.
They have been.
And by the way,
said chicks with curly hair look good. In my opinion, chicks with straight hair look amazing too. It doesn't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter.
It don't matter. Just make sure you can grab it and hold on to it, bro. Come on.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. My girl looks good with curly hair, straight hair, wavy hair. It don't matter what kind of hair. She looks beautiful.
It really doesn't.
Just make sure you get your girl a nice little French-made outfit once in a while. Mm-hmm.
You just broke Almighty's heart, Coach.
Or to add to that, or Coach, or you could get her a schoolgirl outfit too if that works for you.
Nah, I'm not doing the schoolgirl. Nah, not me. Not me. No.
Vanessa hitting on Jones and shagging at the same time, 300 yards. That's right, Wales.
What the fuck?
I've never heard a woman say I'm into young guys other than
Cougars?
School teachers, but that's a different subject.
Cougars? Yeah, bro. I'll show you some old women. Shit, man. There's some 60-year-olds up in here that be hitting on me. Come on, bro. Come on.
I'm into females that are my age.
More power to you, bro.
That's fine. Coach Ed, I enjoy shopping at adore.com for my girl,
see, you're talking about for your girl. That's different. I'm sorry. I digress. Yeah. I digress. Yeah, if it's for your girl, that's fine. Then do you. I just know some guys that, let's be real. Let's be real. They like they like the girls who fit those same outfits. And that's why it's like, for me, as a single man, I'm not into that. I'm not into that. Mm-mm.
That's fine, Lamar. That's fine. That's a normal thing that people do in high school when they go out with a girl. They go one of the places they take them is a movie. That's normal. AdoreMe.com. Okay.
Okay, get you a side chick. All right, if that's your fancy, cool.
But they ain't into you because you're their age. That's true.
Some women are very picky nowadays.
Yeah. All jokes aside, so a lot of women are into this, and you just got to really know how to approach them, how to talk to them. Not be timid,
just be yourself.
Exactly.
And take it from me, I was like that. Jeez, when I was in my early teens, I'm 25.
A lot.
But going back before I lost my train of thought. But yeah, I was like that. And when I was like 16, 17, like I was even before that, I was like 10 or 11. I was deathly afraid of girls, which is shocking to say. And, I've been back. Oh, God, Lord. I mean, I've been through some different personal problems. I've been cheated on. I've been backstabbed. Like, good Lord. I've been like,
who hasn't?
Well, Me, but yeah, but ever since then, I mean, I've been with my girlfriend Kaylee. I mean, she's a good looking and a little bit younger than I am, but she likes. And look,
Congratulations.
no, she like. I mean, even though I'm like 3 years older than her, but like she likes that about me because I'm a little bit older, and it's like, yeah, shit. What the fuck did we just get ourselves? We just went through a whole goddamn war.
Almighty, the girl went to the movies. Girl was 19 years old and I was 21. That's fine.
That's fine.
That's absolutely fine.
I got mad females like, what's Snap?
Snapchat.
Oh, okay.
Which, ugh.
Hey, more power to you.
Women love men that can make decisions. He's right. That's a great
Yeah, absolutely.
He's right.
Take
If
control,
you can't make
bro.
any decisions and stuff, if you can't make decisions, you're going.
Yeah, you're screwed.
Look,
They'll move on.
that's some of the things that I've raised my daughters on.
That's
Look,
true.
you got to understand the male psyche. I mean, they also had a single father, so they saw what their dad could do every day, and that's some of the things that they say. They looked at the good things that I did and the bad things to make their decisions. And women do like men who make good decisions. Will make decisions. You're not always going to make good decisions, but
Yeah.
you want to make decisions, and you want to stand by your decisions when necessary, but also be humble enough to say, "Look, I screwed up," and if that's your woman, you talk to her and communicate with her, because that's the biggest thing.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I think Namar is trying to hook up Almighty with one of the girls that he knows.
Damn.
We're having like a connection.
It's like a version of the dating game, basically.
That's y'all. No, I'm not.
That's not. Nope. Keep us out. That's between you two. That's fine.
Yeah.
Have fun with that.
I don't want to get in the middle of that. So.
Nope.
Nope. 1, 2, 3.
I like females with energy. If you're boring, I don't want you. Yeah, well, I can't disagree with that. You want to have a girl with a good personality.
That's it. Hey, trust me, that's always been my biggest number one thing. I'm very picky.
Good personality?
Oh yeah, if you don't have a good personality, I don't want nothing to do with you.
No,
testing. Is everything working good again?
I know where you're going, Coach. Oh, I got it.
You good, Ryan?
I got you.
Man, you must saw the funny shit that was going on in here.
Coach is talking about that personality, those cupcakes, those humps. Thinking about them humps.
Pumps and a bump. So they don't know about that. Pumps and a bump.
What about you, further?
What now? I missed the question.
Somehow the stream just got talking about women. I don't know where it came from. Women.
Yeah, because Jeffrey said, "Man, this game was so boring. We just went on a whole different tangent, basically."
Vance says it perfectly. Best part of a relationship with your girl, in his case, his girl, is you both have self-respect.
Self-respect. I mean, that's always been my biggest number one rule. If you don't have no self-respect for each other, I mean, at that point, you're pretty much
respect, love, trust.
Yeah, and also, I say especially good communication too, which also
communication is another one. Yeah,
here's the biggest thing though: is honesty.
Absolutely, honesty is the best policy.
I single and I tell female, what's the deal from the get go, and if we do adult things, we do adult things, but from the door, and it ain't no misunderstandings or whatever. And if she tells me from the door what it is, then I know how to handle it. And
absolutely.
You should pretty much be able to read the signs, if she's not into you, or is she?
Oh yeah,
if she's pushing you to the side, then she's got someone else, or she's just not flat out interested in you and wants to be nice and just say friends, and that's where you gotta call it and know when to back off and give space, be open-minded and move on to the next. Because one thing I've noticed in life is, man, there are plenty of fucking women in the sea. Holy moly!
Absolutely,
it's never ending. You think you found the best, and then the next one comes right on along. So don't you worry. Move on, my friend. You'll be happy. You'll find one day. Just keep looking.
What the hell is BBW?
Big black and
I got it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Coach. I went right over my head.
Almighty finesse, like I said earlier, I'll date them all. It don't matter.
Yeah.
I dated a female who was as big as me. My kid's mother, when I first met her, I was 285 and she was 95 pounds.
Hey,
285.
Wales. Be careful with that finesse, dudes.
You're
Play
bigger than
female
a tight
sports
end,
on
bro.
these days. He's right. Don't ever be friend zoned.
I have,
What?
I have done. I had that done to me once, and I was pissed. I did not do it.
Coach.
Bro, no. Here's the thing. I don't care if they're plus size. I don't care if they're small size.
I'm
I
with
don't care
you,
if they're
man.
tall, short. I don't care if they're black, white, Latino, Asian, whatever. If we connect and we can have a good time,
That's all
I'm
it's all
good.
about.
I don't
That's
care how.
exactly
We all did our job.
Exactly.
I don't care at the end of the day what anyone says about her looks. If she's nice and has a great personality and you hit it off right,
Oh,
that's all that
absolutely.
matters.
Yeah, that's
That's
all
all
that
that
matters.
That's
Being a
fine.
friend with someone is just as
Why
good
the
as
hell-
a relationship.
Man, we got to rename the stream site to get the relationship advice with like Philly sports.
Bro, I
This is-
Yeah.
swear, I see all the time on Twitter and Facebook all these girls putting comments. Oh, I got with my best friend and it's the best thing ever. It's like I thought y'all were dating.
Almighty,
Look,
almighty.
Here's
Mom,
one thing I won't
oh my,
do.
you're pushing it.
Here's one thing I won't do. My best friend, I'm not getting with her. Mm-mm.
No,
That's
that never,
weird.
that
No.
never ends well. It never ends
Well,
well.
number one, she's married. Number two, her husband, his name is Ed. So it's like, I could never do that.
Nah, this is gonna be a little weird.
Exactly. I'm cool with her husband too. Very cool. Because matter of fact, he's an Eagles fan. Go figure.
Mhm.
So it's like, I can't marry my best friend like that. Other females who are not like that best friend, yeah, we cool.
You know what I don't understand is why Facebook changed their name to Meta.
do
They
what
should've
Zach Wilson did. Oh, almighty.
And what
You
was
should-
that?
Being a
What was
mother.
He was a mother lover.
Yeah.
Okay, I love mothers too.
He went after apparently a friend's mother.
I know what he did. I know.
Yeah,
what he did.
he went after his ex-girlfriend's mom. That's what he did.
Really?
Zed?
I've never. That's a weird name. I will admit that's a weird. That's a very
Exactly.
weird.
No best friend thing. That's weird.
It's
Yeah,
a-
exactly.
Absolutely.
And further, Earl has some advice for you.
Oh yeah.
Earl says that you should date some girl named Willow Nightingale. Two great personalities. She's a wrestler.
Hey, she's good looking though. I'll say that much.
Oh, that's why Namar wants to do this, because the fact that this girl Abby doesn't like Daniel Jones, just like Almighty Finesse. There you go, there's the sealer. There you go.
Hey.
I'm done. I'm done.
Oh boy! So we just came back from the third quarter. Chargers
Mhm.
get their first penalty. It's a 7-point game, 14-35. But oh shit!
Oh yeah, there's a football game on tonight. Yeah. Yeah. Bianca Belair is awesome.
But you gotta
Bianca
get
Belair is awesome as hell.
Yeah, you better get to her husband first before you even
Yeah,
think about
Mondo
it.
scored.
Yeah.
She's former bodybuilder, I believe.
I think. Yeah.
Was she on the Gladiators before?
No, I
And
think
Palmer
she's
breaks a
a
tackle.
former
Hey, that's
athlete. She's
that's
a
good.
wrestler. She's a Raw Women's Champion right now on WWE.
She's a raw woman.
Hey, Finesse. Whaley Zhang is on the. Who's Whaley Zhang?
I had never
just
done
don't
it.
know who that is.
Okay, wait a minute. I'll find out in 1 second.
Whaley Zhang. Do you need me to spell it,
Is this-
Coach?
No,
Sound-
I got.
It sounds like a tennis player, like a female tennis player.
Mixed martial arts.
Oh God, no, friggin' almighty.
Herbert.
In the famous words of rapper Skilo. Oh yes, yes. I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl who looked good. I would call her. That's right. The legendary Skilo back in the day.
All right, Earl, you gonna get it, bro. One more.
You got it. Earl, you're
Let's
getting
go.
this up. Whoever's in the chat right now, if you have not subbed up to our guy Earl Cole,
Please
give him
do.
a sub. Please sub up to our guy Earl Cole. He does excellent work with wrestling. Please give him a sub. Chinese UFC fighter. Okay, thank you very
I
much.
gotta talk to my
Wales.
nephew. My nephew is in China right now. I'll find out if he knows about her.
And Herbert hands it all to Eckler, and Eckler's gonna get loose with about a yard on the play, so that's gonna be third down and third and long.
Earl,
Go
put
ahead.
your channel in the chat. Earl, put your channel in the chat so Wales can sub up to it.
I thought that was a false start.
Levance, to be truthful, my friend as girlfriend, I don't. That make me sad. I think you mean you don't. That she doesn't want to be your girlfriend. It makes you sad. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Namar. Sometimes, there's more fish in. There's plenty of fish in the sea.
There's one female I will not date though. I will not date butches. Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry. That's not my thing. Can't do that. No disrespect to them. I know guys who will. That I admit. Because I say I'll date any. No, I won't date butchers. And if y'all don't know what butchers are.
No, I've not dated two in the same time. Here, guys, this is Earl's channel right here.
Yes, sir.
This is Earl's channel if you guys want to sub up to Early Cole.
Yes, sir. Actually, he's 2 away from 250.
The 2022 Grey Cup champions are the Toronto Argonauts.
Yeah, they beat the winner.
Yeah!
With a blocked field goal to beat the 2-time champs. Let's go! Let's go! Congratulations, Toronto Argonauts.
Mother lover.
And Herbert gets sacked, and that's gonna be a 3-and-out. So KC comes up with a 3-0.
Randy,
3-and-out.
Our coach. So Randy says so. No UFC fighters. That's what Randy asked.
No, if they're strictly butch, no, I'm not messing with them.
There's been some women that you classify as beautiful that have come from UFC and MMA.
Yeah, no. Now if she's into guys and girls, I'm cool with that. That ain't no big issue. But if she's strictly butch, nah, bro.
Matt Riddle's freaking awesome. Just like talking on a wrestling standpoint to divert a little away from the women's stuff. Okay. Matt Riddle is a good wrestler.
Oh, absolutely.
Tyree Wilson declares for the NFL. Okay.
Interesting.
He had a season-ending foot injury, so that's why he's declaring now. So he's going to recover, and he's listed as
I still
the
think the Chiefs are going to win this.
I mean, they're down by a touchdown.
Yeah, Ronda Rousey's if you want to say she's a pretty, female MMA fighter. Paige Van Zandt, that's another one.
Dude, holy crap. Paige, man. Paige Van Zandt, you cannot go wrong.
I got one for Coach. I got one for Drive Coach Nuts. Woo. Coach, look up Valerie Loretta.
Oh, I exactly know who you're talking about, Valerie.
Valerie Loretta. She's an MMA fighter turned WWE wrestler.
Yeah, I follow her on Twitter.
I think I might kill Coach with this one.
Valerie Laredo.
Loretta.
Okay.
Some women MMA fighters are gorgeous. Them females at the gym, sheesh, working out, doing squats. I nailed them all. Alrighty, I just talk.
It's only one little thing I have an issue with her.
What's that?
She got a 6-pack.
Is that like a recent picture of her, or is it an older one?
I don't know. It's like the first one that's there. When I would look up images.
What's wrong with the women with a 6-pack?
I mean, that's fine. You can like them. I like a little belly on mine, just a little bit. I mean, she could be big belly, but she could have a little belly.
Or the one I could think of, what you're describing. How about Nikita Lyons, man? She's fucking thick, thicker than a snicker, man.
Nikita Lyons.
She can have a washboard, or she could have a thick jelly belly. I don't care.
Seriously. Look up Nikita Lyons. Look up Nikita Lyons if you want that coach for you.
Yeah, because I think. Good Lord.
Matt Riddle is a former UFC fighter. Fun fact, when he fought in Manchester, UK, a fan spit in his foul. That's messed up. We just lost Coach.
Oh, shit. He says, check out Rachel Ostovich.
Rachel Ostovich. Oh, here we go.
Oh, here comes Coach.
Coach, you got so excited that you had to jump off the screen?
I hit the
Oh, here comes Mitch again.
Hey, Mitch.
What up, Mitch?
Yo, I just needed a couple minutes to myself. I was doing some things, so.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, Mitch, you missed a ton of shit. It's so funny.
I was watching some of it.
This shit was funny.
I only want females.
What up, man?
Yeah.
You saw Nikita Lyons?
She thickums too.
Yeah. Oh, look at Pacheco. Gets the first down and more. I mean,
she could definitely ride my face. Shit.
What did I come back to?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. What's
Yes.
Woo! Maria Taylor, MJ Acosta. Hell yes. Love me some MJ Acosta.
Isn't it supposed to be a rated E, rated G?
There's nothing wrong going on here.
It is rated G. We talking about girls, man.
What up,
We love
Virana?
girls.
How you doing, Virana?
Oh.
Rachel Ostovich.
Do I need to tone it down?
No, you're fine. I was joking.
What else is coming?
Hey, Adam.
What up, Adam?
Hey, fellas.
Yeah, you missed a lot of some funny shit while you were away.
Coach just, hey, Adam, Coach just saw a picture of this wrestler named Nikita Lyons, and he's
holy
very happy.
fuck, man!
No,
y'all just figuring that out now?
No, Coach didn't know who it was before, so we had to tell him.
Right, Banana Waterman?
But Nikita Lyons,
You better be the champion quickly.
Yes, she does. She better.
Okay, y'all really want to mess? Y'all really want to mess? You really want me to mess with y'all?
Go for it.
Go look up Dee Dee Richards from the WNBA. Just go look up Dee Dee Richards.
How do you spell it?
D-I-D-I Richards.
Nice.
You know, she kind of looks a little bit like Chili from TLC.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
I can't say anything. I have to.
So Will says, fellas, don't. So, yep, and here comes Coach Ed again.
That wasn't me that time.
What up?
That wasn't me that time.
Yeah, what up, Ryan?
What's up, man?
Shout out to the 15 that's in the chat, though.
Yo,
seriously, thank you, guys.
Set up for Tuesday.
The only Richards for me is Dennis Richards.
Denise Richards.
Tia Cooper. Yeah. All right, Almighty.
Denise Richards. I'm assuming you saw Wild Things, Randy. A lot. I'm assuming you saw Wild Things. If that's the reason why you say Denise Richards.
Wild
yeah, they're
thing.
actually
to do the wild thing.
I mean, apparently she was shot out in the road rage incident.
Right.
Wait, what?
Denise Richards. She had her car shot at during a road rage incident in L.A.
Liz Cambridge.
Oh hell, Liz!
You
hell no!
Hell to shoot at Denise Richards, that pretty good lady, and you fucking shooting at her
Over
car.
Dee Dee?
You go to hell, man.
Skylar Diggins.
Skylar Diggins Smith. She's good looking too.
She broke my heart, man. Notre Dame. Oh,
y'all remember Denise Richards on The World Is Not Enough? She was great in that movie.
Another run by Pacheco for a first down. Neymar turkey leg.
Yeah, that could happen if we lose on Thursday. Though I'm gonna be with my family, so I don't want to, break my family stuff. So I'm gonna have to behave.
And I'll be with my family, but I already told them, like, dinner. If your dinner is on the table at 4:30, I will not be at the table. Sorry.
Pamela Anderson.
She was all right.
Oh, Pamela Anderson from Borat.
If you want to talk about like back in the day, Jennifer Love Hewitt.
She's still fucking good. Dude,
Larissa Olenek.
Woo!
And the other, who's the one person from Party of Five? The other one?
Party of Five. Oh,
she was in the Mean Girls movie. The one that played the dumb one in the Mean Girls movie. Or not the dumb one, the other one.
Oh,
not Amanda Seyfried. Lacey Chabert, yeah.
That's what I haven't fucking seen Mean Girls in a fucking hot minute. Because I'm thinking, like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yo, Rob, I'm gonna be on Kata Hot Show tomorrow.
Oh shit.
Tight end A. Cooper.
This game is pretty good.
I think it's like Tay Cooper.
Yeah, I don't know where this stuff all of a sudden became a women's thing. I don't know where.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Yo,
Mahomes, and we get a flag on the play.
How mad are you at Jonathan Gannon right
Terrible pass. See that? I can criticize Mahomes. That was a terrible pass.
But we get a flag on the play, so we got to see where that flag.
Plotting to his left on that throw.
Yeah, the problem is that he was doing a throw that he shouldn't.
And that is an offside by the Chargers.
And here's the problem, though. If he completed that throw, right? Somebody said in the Twitter space, which I'm learning like is not the best place to go anymore. But anyways, they were talking about like, well, if Daniel Jones does this and gets picked, why do we have a different reaction with Mahomes? I'm like, because Mahomes can throw a touchdown standing on his head. You know what I mean? Like he does things that are so incredible that will give him we'll give him the leeway of making a mistake or two. With Daniel, it's like we have to get you to a bar where we can give you those leeways. You
And
know what I'm
nice.
saying?
Okay,
It's
so
okay,
what's the
Lamar.
bar though?
So
What's the bar?
So
Because-
McKinnon.
Go ahead.
So McKinnon with a nice first down run for another Kansas City first down. Now they're in the red zone with opportunity to tie the ball game over 20.
Yo, get Pop the ball, man. Get Pop the ball.
Yeah.
To answer your question, it was brought up on Twitter Space. So I don't. To me, the bar is not. Is to me is don't be average. Today he was average. I needed him to do more. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that people
And
are like,
Mahomes takes the snap
340
hands off
yards.
to
Like,
McKinnon.
I
McKinnon finds an
think he
open
was
seam.
below average. I think he was below average. Today.
wow, that's big. I mean, because he had an interception, which I was telling Miz, like that Aiden Hutchinson, you're looking right at the dude. The guy came right into your vision.
Yeah.
You can't miss that. And that's what he's missed in his career. Those are the type of things I talk about when I say, like, he hasn't cleaned that up. That's been on his scouting sheet for years. If you drop a guy into zone coverage where he doesn't see him, he's going to throw the pick. And it's happened a few times this season, but the penalties have erased it.
Oh, vey.
That's nice, Almighty. Thank you for sharing.
Hey,
Unless
Jeff,
you're talking about beach volleyball, that'd be a whole different
Dinner
situation.
at 3
hey,
p.m.
Jeff,
at mine.
whenever you get a chance, check your DM on Twitter whenever you get a chance.
Okay. Dinner's at 3 p.m. at mine. Get your eat on, cause 4 p.m. we're kicking the the shit out of the cow bitches. We better.
Listen,
We better.
I want to be proud, but those Cowboys, yo, they put a hurting on a good team, man. Like that
Yeah.
Minnesota team, a lot after they beat Buffalo, we're all like, man, maybe they're representing the NFC in the Super Bowl, and the Cowboys took it to them.
Yeah.
I
They
can't wait for
really.
the Thursday. I can't wait for that Thursday game.
And that's going to be a 3-and-out by the Chargers defense.
Big stop.
And that's going to force a field goal with under 7 minutes to
He's
play.
not gonna go pickless. He shouldn't be beat for every pick. He didn't play well, but he did make some big throws when the team was mounting a comeback. That is true. I will say he made some nice throws, but at the same time, there were some plays out there that Daniel Jones missed on the football field, as well as a couple of those interceptions were mostly on him because the second one, he had a wide open guy over the middle of the football field, and he decided to take the chance throwing it down, and the cornerback was right there to pick it. So this is probably one of those. This is one of those Daniel Jones games where it really he just wasn't
And
making
the field
correct
goal
decisions for most
is
of the time.
good.
He had chances in this game. He did.
Hey, Rob, what
Yeah,
day
early on.
is your fantasy or free agency baseball?
Tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
Okay.
He made that same throw against the Jags. Yeah, and it was almost picked.
Right, the same
It was
throw.
almost
Right,
picked.
that's what I'm saying. He did that same throw against the Jags. He got it picked against I think it was not the Cowboys, another team. He got it picked, but they did a flag on the play. So these are what happens. And I'm not trying to say it was even average. Like, yeah, he threw the ball, and there were some good throws there, but some part of the game, like if you watch that second interception, people are like, oh, it's a good interception. It was 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. That's a bad play. Sorry. It's not like it was the fourth quarter and you were trying to make a comeback. You are on your way to coming back in the game, and you make that overthrow. And they go down. They didn't score on the play. They went down. They kicked the punt and everything like that. But that's an opportunity that you need to kind of take a deep breath and make some of those plays, because that could be the difference in the ball game right there. Well, you threw an interception, and I get it was on 4th and 8, but we're not talking about 4th and 8 in the fourth quarter with 2 minutes to go or 4 minutes to go or something like that, where you're desperation. They were getting beat, and they threw it on 4th and 8, and it was a bad play.
Pat just said that Kadarius Toney hurt his hamstring again.
Oh, come on.
Really?
Did he really hurt his hamstring again? That's what Pat said.
Rob, I appreciate your comment, bro.
Bro, if he really hurt his hamstring again.
Was that in the group chat?
No, it's Big Pat did it in another group chat. He says that I saw the comment saying that Kadarius Toney hurt his hamstring again.
Oh,
Little Hammy's at it again.
Yup, it happened again.
I gotta admit, that was kind of funny.
That was a good one.
No, that's what we call him. That's what we call him. We call him Little Hammy.
Yeah, Nick Shibray.
Yeah, Randy says it's confirmed. He hurt his hamstring again. Wow.
Talk about being injury prone.
Does this dude not drink water or fluids that often during the games? That's why his
Or if he
hamstring
has
keeps going.
or drink some pickle juice. That would help.
Pickle juice.
They're not up on that. They're not up on that. Yes, pickle juice is good for you.
Oh, trust me.
really
When I had
is.
it's good for cramps.
You know what's
It is.
funny, Rob?
Mhm.
Remember on SpongeBob when they had that pickle jar?
Oh, Jesus Christ, Mitch.
We're going down that road now. We've gone to SpongeBob.
Blame Mitch.
That's only me.
God
Wait, first
damn
of all,
it, Mitch.
we talk about football, then women, then SpongeBob, like an all in span of over 2 hours.
What the fuck are
I
we
want a
talking
SpongeBob
about
podcast on the network. I'm gonna make it happen.
This is what happens when delusional Giant fans who've lost sit here and just go nuts.
No, that was an Eagles fan that said that, not the Giants fan. The Eagles
was
fan
Mitch.
said
I
me.
expect that out of Mitch, man. Every time Mitch will come on to the damn thing. Remember, I used to put him in the penalty box.
Yeah, I missed that, Adam. I missed the penalty box with Mitch. It was a great time. It was a good time. I
Listen,
think Mitch liked it
tried it.
too.
I'll try to do it. I'll try to do it again. I always thought that was funny
Yeah, what happened to
concept to
your
do.
hurry up? I missed your hurry up. That was
I was unemployed. I had nothing to do, so now I'm employed. I have something to do. So.
Gotcha.
SpongeBob talk on that. See, look what you did, Mitch. Now you made Randy leave. Thanks, Mitch.
And that's going to be incomplete by Justin Herbert.
Randy, you want to talk about Drake?
Must have been a miscommunication there. Looks like there's miscommunication on both sides, like on the defense and offense.
Yeah, exactly, Rob. You just summed up this entire stream on this Sunday Night Football game. Right here. Football and women, perfect conversation, yo. Yep, Vance, you're right.
Just give me a 6-pack and I'll be in heaven.
Oh, my God.
Mitch, I don't think Mitch is not going to get any of this.
Go all out blitz.
And completes it to Keenan Allen, about a yard shy of the first down. About 6:10 remaining here in the third. It's a 4-point game.
See,
further, Viranya is saying further AM.
What up, Verona? How are you doing?
I think she wants to get with them.
No.
Thank you, Nomad. Jets. We're glad we're
do.
entertaining you. Why do we have to talk about Drake?
Let me
Hey, Rob, me too.
I know her.
Drake,
She's
man.
just a
What's
this
friend.
formation right here that they've got bunch formation.
So I got a
Something looks
third
like
and
they're
one.
offsides.
Oh,
And hands up.
Oh, Eckler. Why don't you just run up front? Like run downhill. Like give me a break.
Bro, Adam, the Chargers are eventually going to Chargers. This is what they do.
Well, he
the
tried
Chargers
to run
will
power.
Chargers.
No, that was power. Chris Jones blew up the backside guard polling. That's
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that it was a bad play call. I'm just saying that the Chargers will eventually
He's
Chargers.
talking about. I'm talking about like just man up, man. Why are we pulling guards?
Because everybody wants to use backside. That's a basic. That's a standard play in most offenses nowadays. Power.
But why would you run that there?
Because the purpose of power is to bring the backside guard and give an extra man up because you're playing numbers. So if you down block from the point of attack down to the weak side, that backside guard is going to be one-on-one with a linebacker. It was just poor execution.
Man,
and that's going to bounce.
Coach, what I'm saying is like, why would I need a pulling guard? Why not just go head up, man on, and just go right down?
No,
it's
I
1
get
yard.
what you're saying. I get what you're saying because if you go back and look, even on goal line and short yardage goal line, people are running power. They're running power because you're pulling the extra man from the backside. It's the numbers game. That's why. Because you're trying to wash from the point of attack down and bring that extra guy in. Because if you do mano a mano, you're not getting to the second level.
Right. Because I get what you're saying, but I'm looking at it like I only need 3 feet, so I just need you to push the guy enough so I can fall down.
That should be what you're saying. Realistically, is not even that. It should be a quarterback. It should be a quarterback dive with a pinch block where everybody just pinches and comes in. I don't have a problem with that. You're saying, but why do they do that? That is a standard. That is one of the standard plays that everyone runs. I mean, far back as in my college days, they've been running power or some form of power where you're pulling the back.
Let me ask you this: would you have called it there at that point in the game?
If it's in my staple, I don't have a problem calling it. It's the execution. What happened on that play was Chris Jones beat the down block and he blew up the backside guard coming. If the down block gets him and washes him out, that backside guard gets up into the hole and blocks the man.
Chris Jones is a freaking monster on the
That's
defensive
that's
line.
what it is. It's execution. They didn't execute the play properly.
Oh yeah.
Good analysis. Thank you.
Chris Jones is a dominant offensive
Yeah,
lineman.
yeah.
Zima,
Yeah.
you talk about a drink that I haven't heard in years. Zima.
Zima.
Wow, no mess, no nest, no Jets. Talking about a drink that's been like gone for what, 15, 20 years, it feels like?
Shit.
So what was the name of that drink that had the gummies in it? The soda or whatever it was, it had gummies in it years ago? Do you guys remember that?
I know what
Well,
you're talking about. I don't remember
talking-
what it's called. I know what you're. That stuff was disgusting.
The one soda I definitely remember. I wish they should have. I wish they bring back is Vault Soda. Everybody remember Vault Soda back in the day?
Vault. I remember
Yes,
Vault.
I do.
Is that like
Adam,
jolt soda?
It's
Adam,
basically.
Wales has got a comment for you.
Where is
Well,
it?
I want to hear
So-called.
Adam debate the so-called Coach Dave. I don't know. Did I miss something?
Oh no! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Coach
I
Dave.
love Wales. You're the best.
Coach Dave is just, oh my gosh. Coach Dave is not a real football coach. He's a financial consultant, but he talks like he knows football inside and out.
I got a 1st and 10.
So is that me? Is that an
Mahomes?
insult to me or?
No. You know your shit, Adam. You know your shit. Like Will said, Adam would destroy him.
So
Yeah.
James,
Oh, thank you.
looks like Derwin James comes up with the sack on Patrick
Huge
Mahomes.
Huge sack. Pause. You can't pause yourself, but
Pepsi Clear was good stuff. That was good stuff.
wow, look at, he just destroyed that receiver. Oh
Yeah,
my
Mr.
God.
Pitt was very under fucking rated back in
Look
the
at
day.
this. Get out of the way.
Adam
Yeah.
would probably destroy him. There's not a lot of people that could go toe to toe when it comes to this type of stuff, like football combo than Adam. Adam would eviscerate a lot of people.
So 2nd and
Listen,
17.
I've had my
Mahomes takes the
one-on-ones with
snap,
a lot of
drops
people. I
back,
think I could hold my own.
throws a
with the
deep
best of
ball
them.
to
Oh,
and
I
that's
know you could.
incomplete.
Well, the thing is, I don't look at things the same way as people all the time. I don't. I don't want to say a deep thinker. I just kind of think from many different angles. You know.
Yeah, you could say a deep thinker. You are a deep thinker.
Your intro perspective.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I played the game, I've studied it long enough. I'm not an expert at any means, but we all have our different ways of looking at things. And so what I try to do, and what I try to do in my career or broadcast or whatever, my message always was try to educate and try to have a conversation more so than fighting. Because to me, fighting doesn't do anything. I want to hear people want to hear the debate, the back and forth, the different things, so that's what I try to do. So I think about a lot of things all the time. Always texting people, hey man, what do you think about this? How about this?
And that's our first down for
Adam. You want to see the casualty of my of this game today?
Sure. You hit something?
No,
you broke your headphones.
Oh my God, would you throw them on the ground?
When that one play when Wandale was clearly held, and they called the play earlier on Michael McFadden, and they didn't call again. I just lost my stuff. I couldn't.
I used to be like you, man. I've broken many of things with Giants. Now I've calmed down.
It's the first time I've ever done this. First time I've ever done like
so
this.
first and 10, quick screen pass to outside.
Well, I do appreciate you guys.
And that's gonna be another Kansas City first down.
I do appreciate you guys saying those kind words. It really means a lot. Talk to me, guys. I try to be educated, so it's
No, we always respect the stuff you do. Adam, you're one of the when it comes to the game of football, you're one of the most knowledgeable people out there. People sometimes don't give the respect.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, thank you.
Adam,
I try.
You need to deliver an ass whooping debate with Dave Dude. He's a total tosser.
Under 3 minutes to play.
What up, Raph? How you doing, bro?
Mahomes with the play action pass, time in the pocket, pressure coming. Escapes the pocket, floater. That's gonna be out, incomplete.
Oh man,
tell us you're underage without telling you what? Huh?
Hey, wait, pause.
See, Mahomes is struggling in this game, right? And he's playing right now not very well, but there's a lot of things that go on that it's hard for me to explain why a player gets a reputation than another player, right? Like it's just what it is. And I think that's why Daniel is kind of like, we always judge him weirdly, but I said to somebody on Twitter, I was like, he's the most polarizing quarterback I've ever talked about.
And
More than
Pacheco only
Eli?
gets about 2 yards on the carry, but that's all
Is
he's
this
going to
guy a
get.
running back, or is he more of like a Tyreek Hill
Who? Isaiah
knockoff?
Pacheco?
Yeah.
Pacheco's a running
No,
back.
he's if Pacheco's a running back. He's more of a hard running back. He's not
Yeah.
an elusive running back. He's one cut go. That
Downhill.
the way.
It's more,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's a
More of a
north-south runner.
So the number
And
10 just threw me off because he's,
yeah,
it used to be back in the day you didn't wear those numbers for
yeah.
running
So
backs. So
he's very physical.
is he
But
from
played.
Rutgers?
Yep, that's him. That's
Oh,
Pop.
wow.
And
Wales.
Mahomes, deep
Ooh.
ball, that's
Wales.
complete for another first down.
How did the Kansas City has a great scouting department, man.
They
find
do.
all these people.
Exactly.
Sky Moore. Well, that's one of the guys. McKinnon, I think, is a guy they found in free
That's
agency.
Sky Moore. That's my guy. I wanted as well, but we took Wandale Robinson.
Hey, Wandale was looking good today before he got hurt.
Yeah, he looked good, and then he gets injured. A typical Giant fucking player.
Bro, it's wide receivers. Is there really any position that's been more cursed
They're
on the
cursed.
Giants than the wide receiver?
They are
I've never
cursed,
seen a
man.
position that has ever gotten hurt more than the wide receiver position.
Every single one of them has been hurt. Amani Toomer, Ike Hilliard. You know what I mean? Let's go down the list.
Was Toomer really hurt that much though?
He blew out his knee his first year.
Oh, that's true.
Then Hilliard broke his neck or got neck injury.
Yeah, thanks, Brian
You know.
Dawkins.
Yeah, thanks, Brian Dawkins. Odell Beckham Jr. had pulled his hamstrings.
Steve Smith, Victor
Victor
Cruz,
Cruz
Mario
pulled
Manningham,
hamstrings.
Hakeem Nicks,
Hakeem Nicks, compartmental syndrome.
Odell Beckham Jr., Sterling Shepard.
Ruben
the only
Randall,
guy that has
Odell.
Ruben Randall hurt our head more than he did
Dominic
anything else.
Hickson,
I like Dominic Hickson.
Plaxico Burress.
Hey,
Yeah,
oh God,
Now we're really getting south now with
I'm just saying. It's like we're cursed.
Well, the only guy, knock on wood, that hasn't gone hurt has been pretty solid is Slayton.
He's been injured. He's been banged up in his career. He's missed games.
But not as bad as some of these other guys.
Because the reason is because he's missed games, but he's also missed games while he's on the field, so you don't notice it much. You're like,
Oh, I see where you went with that one. Yeah. There.
I like Slayton, though. You can't tell me he's not a legitimate player in the NFL. That's what I don't want to talk about anymore. People always get on me. I'm like, Daniel today proves to me he's still average, but there are receivers out there for him. Is that Jim Nagy? Is he back on the Kansas City Chiefs?
Yeah, I think so.
Talk about getting a job, Like these guys, you go take a tour of Chicago. Don't worry about it. You come back anyways.
Damn right, Levance. Amani Toomer, the greatest wide receiver in New York Giants history, and he was just short of 10,000 yards receiving. Just short.
Yes, he was 9,000 something.
He was a damn good wide receiver.
You know what? But he was maligned at first, right? In '96, he came out of Michigan, second round pick. I love the pick. He didn't really do much his first few years. It wasn't until Kerry Collins came. I mean, you couldn't do much with Dave Brown and Kent Graham anyways, and Danny Cannell. But Kerry Collins comes in '99, and then this guy's having 85, 95-yard touchdown passes, and you're like, what is this? You're like, who is this guy? And sometimes it takes some time to develop. Ike Hilliard, when that guy started to come on, man, I loved Ike when he came out. Man, that was my nickname when I played football. They were like, "You're a Giant fan." I played receiver. They're like, "What do you want? Throw me the damn ball, coach?" I said, "No, I like Ike Hilliard." You're like, "Oh," so they called me Ike from then on out. But it was. I just loved him. Ike is not always great in certain circles, but I like knowing where it was coming from. I liked Ike Hilliard, man. He was my guy. When I first got into the draft was in '97. That's when they drafted Tiki Barber and Ike Hilliard first, and I was like, oh man, because in '95 I got into the Giants. They got their ass whooped 35-0 against the Cowboys. I'm sitting here like, how do I fall in love with this team? Right? '96 they drafted they had Tyrone Wheatley in '95. They drafted Sidney Jones, who was blind as a bat in '96, and it wasn't until '97 when I started to be like, oh, the draft is a real thing. And my friend had cable, so I went over to watch. I remember asking him, like, I didn't have cable. I was like, can I go to your house and watch the draft? And he was like, sure, man. I'm gonna be out, but have at it. So I was sitting there watching it and see Ike Hilliard and him in the Rose Bowl or whatever the national champion was, just juking out guys. I was like, we finally got a guy that's gonna, destroy. And of course he gets injured. And Troy Aikman, fuck that guy, man. He got me so pissed off because like, if I had Ike Hilliard, he'd be a Hall of Famer. I'm like, you would say that, Troy Aikman. I was like, you would say that. We get him with Dave Brown, and he gets injured.
But yeah,
Mike
Jeff.
Hilliard and Amani Toomer
Jeff,
were
for
great
Amani
receivers
Toomer,
for us
so
last
far
time.
he has his career receiving yards 9,497, almost 9,500 receiving yards.
Yeah, it's
Pretty
that
good.
1 year. It's a
So-
couple of
so-
years where he
so-
blew out his knee.
Let me ask you this, Jeff. Are you basing it strictly on the yards? Is why Amani Toomer is the greatest receiver?
No, I mean,
No,
you
he
could
was
go-
not just. It was not more than yards. The dude was also clutch in the big games too.
So there's
Think
also
about that
other
07
receivers
run.
in the history of the Giants that are better in their era.
And that's the thing, because you can go back to Homer Jones, you can go back to Frank Gifford.
Right.
I mean, hell, you can go to Del Schaffner. So
No, you're
I
right.
mean, so that's why when people say that, it's like,
And Mahomes dumps
Homer
it off
Jones I
to
put up
Kelsey
there,
to
too.
the 20 to 15, 10,
Touchdown.
5, touchdown, Kansas City.
Well
There's Lil
done,
Vance right there,
that
dropping
man is
dropping
a
it down.
baller.
Man,
The
we need to get
seventh
a
pick
tight
in the
end. We need
1977.
another tight
Bellinger.
end.
Yeah,
No, a tight end that can do that. Bellinger is a serviceable guy. He can do what he can do,
Look,
and he's going to
don't
be a
talk
good
about
tight end for this team.
Don't talk about tight ends, because y'all gonna make me cry. Because I can't get the tight end that I want. I know he's not gonna be available next year.
The kid
Or
from
the guy
Notre
from
Dame,
Notre
right?
Dame.
It's Mike.
Yeah.
Yes,
Grinchy?
Mike Meyer. I've been following him since his freshman year. I follow Notre Dame as much as I do Rutgers,
I
and
like Notre Dame,
I've been following since the '80s, back with Tony Rice
And
and
Booker right
Raheem
through the
I remember
uprights.
Ron
Ismail.
Paulus was their quarterback at one point. That's terrible. I know that.
Yes. Rob Paulus was a top quarterback coming out. He was a 5-star recruit, which is why. So, trade for Mike. You can't trade for Mike Gesicki. The trade deadline is passed.
I
And
think
he's
he
going
means
to be
the
a free agent
off-season.
next year.
I think he
He's
means
a
the
free agent.
off-season.
So
Well, why
you
would I
just
want to
sign
do
him
that
up.
though?
I'm not trading, but no.
No, he's a free agent, so you don't have to trade anything for him. He's free.
And that'd just be a waste.
Well,
Yeah,
then
you-
go to the draft and get a guy like that. We got 11 picks for a reason.
Yeah.
And guess what?
Exactly.
Herndon Hooker just tore his ACL, so that guy's going to be a
Exactly.
giant in the second round next year. You'll see.
No, I think he's
Could
going to
happen.
drop further than that.
I think more
he's
5th or 6th.
yeah,
Yeah.
because remember he just
Oh
tore it
my
down, so
God.
it's going to take time to recover. You're not going to waste a
Well-
second round draft pick on him that high.
Well, we'll scoop him up wherever we scoop him up. It's going to be.
Yeah, I
I'm
can see
telling
you. I can see you drafting him and stashing him for a
The
couple years as he recovers.
Right, because guess what? You're bringing back Daniel Jones on your shitty little deal that you're going to give him because you're not going to pay him like a top quarterback. You get Herndon in here and you let him develop because guess what? You redshirt him because he's got a knee injury. Built-in excuse already. You don't need to worry about, hey, let's rush this guy. You get him in the 4th or 5th round. Bingo, bango, boom. Here you go. I'm just saying, perfect plan for me, man. Sorry.
No, that's right. You just sit there and develop him. You redshirt him maybe for
They don't
a year.
develop
Let's see
people
what-
anymore. They just want to throw him out. Like Malik Willis had like 2 games and like he stinks. Blah blah blah. I'm like, yo, the kid's a
This is how the
third-round
kid to
pick.
develop.
Because people don't know how to have patience anymore when it comes to these young players. They want to throw them out
Ain't that-
there. They want to throw them out there and see what they could do. And if they don't get the job done in a
And
year or
to
so,
the
they want to
30.
throw them away.
Ooh.
It's a
All sorts of
different era now,
35.
Jeff, because of 7-on-7s now in high school. I'm gonna be brutally honest. With 7-on-7s and in college now, they're expecting a faster acceleration because in college you could get away with it, and then you get them to the NFL and let them sit for 3 years. Can't do that anymore, unfortunately.
Well, yes, but now, Coach,
You're right.
I think that can change a little bit, and here's why: the money now for the draft picks has gone down so much, where you
Yes.
don't need that pressure anymore to start a guy. Because look at Jordan Love; he's picked in the 1st round, and he's sitting behind Aaron Rodgers. Right? If this were any other franchise, they'd be like, "That's a colossal bust." Because he's sitting behind Aaron Rodgers, it works out. What I'm saying is I think the problem with the game that we have right now is lack of development. And we push guys to the front too quickly because we're like, and it stifles the product because we never let them grow because they lose their confidence. They get labeled a bust. They go around the league and then, like Geno Smith, right? Maybe the coaching staff wasn't right for him because I also believe you have to be the right fit. A lot of these guys get drafted to bad teams, but they aren't the right fit for that player, right?
Exactly.
Like the Chargers are the right fit for Herbert, but some other team might not have been the right fit for him, right? Maybe the Redskins or the Commanders, maybe they're not the right fit, right? Because of the coaching and their culture and whatever.
You're
And
right.
I think that's what happens a lot is like we expect all these big things and then this guy's a bust. But why is Daniel right now doing well? Is because the coaches are allowing him to play within his strengths as opposed to just saying, I'm the coach, you're the player, do it my way, or it's the highway. And then you also have on the back end, college is not developing the same way anymore because they're
No.
playing track meet football on the college turf. They're like,
Exactly.
Well,
Exactly.
college is starting to change anyway, and it's getting worse because now with NIL, I
Yeah, that's
mean,
what I say. Yeah,
fairly,
the NIL's kind of ruined college football.
it's I don't want to say it's ruined it, it's changed it because with
what is
college
the
football
NIL
getting all
again?
that name
Name
like
image.
image and
So
likeness.
basically,
With,
basically what happened to Reggie Bush is now legal
yes,
at the college level.
and Terrell Pryor, when you
Yes.
sell
Thank
off
you,
little
Levance.
merchandise and things of that nature
Okay.
that you get rightfully, it's yours, but you couldn't sell it in the past, and now you can get money because off of when you have the college football games on the videos, the schools and the NCAA was reaping the money and they're making billions of dollars, but the kids are getting nothing but a college education. But yet and
Exactly.
still
Yeah,
you want to say that's fair. No, it's not. So now that's why I say it's changed it where kids now, or you get kids now who are signing $1 million NIL deals where they can do commercials. Like kids couldn't do commercials before. You
Yeah.
tell me a kid can't do a commercial if a business wants to pay him so he can generate money for his business, but
Yeah.
now you can do that. So, which I think is good for the kids, but it also in a sense is going to make them complacent. That
Right.
and the
yeah.
transfer portal, because that's the other thing. The transfer portal, kids say I'm not getting a fair opportunity, so I'm jumping ship and I'm going somewhere else where
Look at Jordan Addison. I think when he came from
yes,
Pitt and he got a bigger deal from
yes,
USC, went to the
yes.
transfer portal and jumped
He
shit to USC.
and he
Or
was an All American at Pitt. Everyone
Yeah.
knew him. It wasn't going to
I
change his
just want
draft
to say
status.
that it is a big mistake, this paying college bullshit, and you want to know why? And I know that it's going to turn some heads, and I don't give a shit. Is literally it. You're right. I agree with you, Coach. I think that the college athletes should be paid, and I think they should be paid through the university. I think the schools should pay their athletes. I said it, but right now, currently, they do not pay.
and also
The
with a
school is
nice
still
catch for
not
a first
paying
down.
their students. Who's paying these college athletes are car dealers, pools.
You
They
got
got these.
restaurants like Hooters actually getting
They
some.
exactly
Here's the thing, and I get where
right.
you're
So this
going.
is why this is a big mistake because you can have big Dodge Dave the dealership down the street pay $1 million to get any athlete in the
hmm
country taken
hmm
away from another school. You're buying a national
Not
championship
anymore. Not anymore.
where
The NCAA said that they no longer can do that. The boosters or the sponsors can't come in now and do that.
And
The
dumps it
kid
off
has
to
to.
oh
Allen
good.
for the first down.
But this is what
That's a
upsets
fumble.
me. Is this all
And
started
Kansas
with
City takes over on the fumble.
universities? Sorry,
Yeah,
Rob, go on.
yeah.
No, his knee might have been down.
These universities got to pay. They got to, then that's what started this whole, this NCAA football game getting discontinued because these college
hmm
athletes were going to sue because they're not getting
hmm
paid from getting on a video game.
But see
And
now who's going because the university with that money that you're talking about, and that's not just football. That's all sports. So
right,
Okay,
somebody on the tennis team, if one of the local mom and pops wants to pay him $1,000, they can do that. Where the school is not going to want to do that because now you
nope.
got to pay all. You're looking at all the whatchamacallit. To
Aesthetics.
me, it's like no, let the businesses because you're teaching these kids also about responsibility, about business, about marketability, and it creates it help expands it broaden their horizon in terms of learning
Mm-hmm.
through the college experience. On the flip side is because what you're saying, I get. Don't forget, a lot of kids who are not athletes, they get grants and stuff through the universities, um, and
Free scholarship. I know.
yeah, they
Yep.
get the
yeah.
free scholarships, but they're
Free
also
ride, free
able to
board.
go out and market themselves and get jobs, and that's where I say it was the problem. You're telling a college athlete who's on a scholarship that you can't do that, but the kid who's in the science lab or the science program, they can go out and get to school this big money, and then they can get compensated. How is that fair? So
Right.
you can't do it both ways. That's why I'm saying, you know what? If the local car dealer says, "Hey kid, I'm going to pay you $1 million to sell my cars," okay, go ahead. Why not? What is the problem with that?
Because it's already been proven, and it's already happened starting this year, is athletes that have literally, what do you call right before you go and sign the paper, you pretty much say that I'm going to go with this school, but you haven't signed the paper, but you've committed. That's the word.
You
You've
commit.
committed to this school. I'm
But
going to Florida State.
it was before that.
You got Dave
Go ahead.
Portnoy given $1 million to switch his mind at the very last day on signing day to go to Michigan University
But
and
that
be
happened-
a fourth string backup.
But that
He's not
happened.
even gonna play.
That happened before that. Even before NIL, kids were flipping their commitments because that's what they were. They were a verbal commitment. They weren't signing on the dotted line. It was a verbal commitment. So the other schools still could come in. Well, you know what? Their coach is probably going to get fired, if they don't win. So why are you going to go over there? Why don't you come over here? It happened. It happened there too. So it goes both ways. I'm saying, well, if the kids can capitalize financially, I don't see anything, because if the regular kids are able to do the same thing, they can say, I'm going to go to this school, and then this lab or this company says, we're going to offer this school a grant and we'll pay you XYZ. Why don't you come over here because you're top of the line in your field, or you're on course, and we'll help you develop and grow. Why is it only the regular students? Because there's more regular students than there are athletes. So why is it that you're penalizing athletes just because they play a sport? And that's the problem. We put athletes in a different pedestal instead of saying, you know what? They're people. They're there. Let them learn.
And Pacheco gets thrown back. Oh, yeah, Jet, they did say it was ruled as a fumble when the ball came out.
Nice play by Sky Moore over the middle of the field.
Many of those smoking cigs is crazy. Okay.
Man, we went from talking about football, we talk about women, we talk about the World Cup, we talk about universities, we talk about smoking cigarettes. What else we're going to be talking about?
There's Tony hurting his hamstring again, little hammy.
We also should be talking about this epic game that we're watching right here. Pretty good Sunday nighter.
Yeah, it's actually been a really good game.
How about this one?
Mahomes throws it and completes it up the middle for Sky Moore.
The Eagles suck.
That's right.
Yo, I swear I predicted the complete opposite to happen today. I thought the Eagles were going to lose to the Colts, and I thought the Giants were going to beat the Lions.
Well, I mean, I was on a podcast yesterday, and someone called me crazy for saying the Eagles were going to win. Wasn't it your podcast, Jeff?
Yes, it was. That was Friday.
Yeah, what was up? There was the other guy too. What's his name? And he said someone called him crazy.
Boom. What's going on, Gino? Hey, Gino Smith's in the chat. What up, Gino?
And Mahomes hands it off to Pacheco. Pacheco finds an open seam, spins, and be about a yard short of the first down.
That's a bounce to a step.
Poof, almighty finesse, trying smoking weed.
Weed and WG.
Good outside zone. I love that outside zone.
Run right downhill, run right down their throat.
And look at this.
Chargers just lost their linebacker, Murray Jr. with a neck injury, and he's questionable to return.
Pacheco was a 7th round draft pick.
Yep.
7th round draft pick.
And he has Pacheco again, who bounces to the outside, gets past midfield to the 45, and gets close to the 40-yard line.
He's a funny runner, man. He runs really hard. He runs like he's stomping the ground. As if the ground did something to him. He's like stomping it out.
Isaiah Pacheco becomes the first 100 rusher for the Chiefs since 2021 Week 4 against the Philadelphia Eagles, which snaps the longest streak in the NFL for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Wow.
I hate to say it, Alex. They're on their way to the number 1 seed. Go ahead, Coach.
If you understand Pacheco's story and his struggle and his journey and losing 2 most important people in his life, which are his siblings, you'll understand why he plays the way he does.
And Pacheco, what a spin move, and managed to get about a yard.
He runs like he wants to take your money, though. I love it.
Yes, he plays hungry. He plays determined. He has something to prove.
Oh!
That's obviously ahead of us.
Fumble! Sorry, I just ruined it.
You're good, Jeff. You're good. I love it.
Wow! Good job, McKinnon.
And we thought Clyde Edwards-Helaire had a hard time hanging on to the football.
Sorry, Rob.
No, you're good. I even got to it.
And there's a fumble.
You butterfingers.
Pick
God,
it
what's
up.
it?
From
Butterfingers.
Baruski. From
There
Laya.
you
From
go.
Baruski.
Babaruski.
So Gilbert comes up.
And the famous words of Snoop Dogg: "Like that shit, smoke that shit, pass that."
Yes, sir.
Levance, bro, always bringing the good stuff.
Oh man, he just let it go.
Or does
didn't
anyone remember the one fumble where I think it might have been I think the Washington. Does everyone remember like trying to smoke it, like can't pick up the football, it just rolled all the way to the end zone?
The
Damn.
holy
Of course it is
roller
Washington.
by the Raiders is
Oh.
the reason why you can't pick up a fumble and advance it inside of 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It's the holy roller.
Yeah.
So the
I
Raiders were
never
involved
knew
in the
that.
Holy Roller, and the Raiders were involved in the Holy Roller, and they were involved in the
And
tunnel rule.
Yes, and the ghost of
Oh,
the punt. Well, what happened is that they kept fumbling. I don't know if they on purpose do it, but if you watch the highlight,
Yeah, they
they're
were.
trying to pick the
They were.
football up. The film was grainy back then, so I guess they practiced kicking it forward with their feet, and then eventually they jump it on it in the end zone and score a touchdown and win the game. So what happens now is that's why when you fumble the ball inside of 2 minutes, if your team recovers it and tries to pick it up for a touchdown, it just goes back to the spot of the recovery. Unlike inside the rest of the game where you can pick that ball up and advance it because the holy roller and that type of situation, that's why they do that.
Okay. That's
The Raiders have been
update.
the Raiders have been in a lot of things. I mean, prior to most of y'all don't even know about Stickum. I mean, there was a time where the Raiders were.
I heard about that. I heard the Hayes thing. I think was it Hayes?
the Mike Haynes and Lester Hayes.
Yep.
And then what's his name is a wide receiver. Like they have globs of it on their uniform that if it dries out, they will put more on. And literally, you could just hold your hand like this, and the ball will stick, and it won't come out.
You what up, Raku?
Coach, I remember. I saw that. I
Listen,
watched.
those Raiders. That's what makes the Raiders team so legendary.
I saw that Peyton Manning stuff that he did. I believe like on his Peyton Manning show on ESPN Plus, where he was talking about the Raiders when they had the stickum on their hands back in the day. Lester Hayes and then Haynes as well.
And they would come out and they would literally have their hands like this, their hands open like this, because if they closed it, their fingers would stick, and you have to wait until they get to the sideline for people to pull it apart. So they would stand like this. They wouldn't jam you, because if they jammed you, their hands would stick right to their uniform.
So Geno Smith is digging in on Kyler Murray right now. Geno is not very happy with Kyler Murray. He says, anyone knows that Kyler Murray runs like an angry toddler? A little bit he does.
Okay.
I think I would
the Cowboys smash.
The problem with Kyler Murray right now is he's a very pouty kind of player. He just likes to pout a little bit. And, sometimes you got to get out of your own way, kid. If you want to be great, get out of your own way, be humble, and grow. I mean, these leaders that are good leaders do that. I'm sorry.
There you go.
You're right. He needs to sit down and be humble.
Well, he doesn't need to sit down and be humble. He just needs somebody give him a gut punch.
Thank you, Wales.
And say, listen,
yes,
bro,
sir.
you need, in order for you to move on in this team, you need to stop being such, like it happened with Cam Newton. That body language affects you. Look at Carson Wentz. They put in Taylor Heineke, and all of a sudden the team's playing for that kid.
Yeah. 2nd and 8. Herbert drops back.
COD and be pampered.
Nice move.
Here comes Herbert and slides and.
Smith, not a fan of Kyler Murray, I say.
I love Justin Herbert, yo. I'm sorry. I love Mahomes and Herbert. They're like 1A and 1B to me. They're just so fun to watch. And I mean, I'm not that old school like Coach is, because he's seen a little bit more than I have in his lifetime. But I mean, I used to like watching Brett Favre because, you got that little, like some of these quarterbacks, you grow up and you're like, man, this is going to be good because I got Elway out here. I got Marino. I got all these guys. And that's what kind of Mahomes and Herbert remind me of, kind of like the old school quarterbacks I grew up with. It's like, this could be good.
I know you're joking around, Gino. Don't worry about it. Well, even like a guy like Josh Allen too. He has the sort of he has that Brett Favre in him a little bit. The way he's like sort of a gunslinger. He's like a gunslinger, like Brett Favre was.
Out to his left. And it's going to slide
down. The problem
down.
that I had with this game in college is that the NFL relies too much on the college game as their minor leagues, right? Now that's why they're getting the minor leagues with the XFL, which is kind of smart. But it takes away from the game because now everyone's a passing. The offensive line is where it hits the most, right? Because they're all passing now. None of them are road graders really, so it's hard for them to develop the run blocking. Because when you're in college right now, everybody wants to do track on the field because they remember their field is 65 yards across,
That's
so
a
they're
nice
10,
blitz.
10 extra yards across on the college field, and their hash marks are a lot wider.
Down goes
right?
Herbert.
So it just changes the game. That's why I think you see the development of these quarterbacks be like two-read quarterbacks because they don't have time to even scan the field,
Is that a catch?
Willie Gay.
Is that a catch?
I don't know. You tell us. You're 10 seconds ahead.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Keenan Allen just made a. You talking about how much you like Herbert, bro? I love Keenan Allen.
It's a different animal.
Keenan Allen is just something different.
Underrated receiver.
He is.
And shouts to get a Clemson alum.
Woo! Oh my God!
He's just a player.
I love these two. Look at that! Look at that! Gimme throw. That he walked that to him. That's how good that throw was. Yeah, the crowd is going nuts.
Keenan Allen struggled a lot at the beginning of his career with injuries and stuff. He
could not walk that football better to him.
No.
That was beautiful.
He made up a fumble.
In front and made a beautiful throw to him.
Yeah, he's stepping up tonight, man. I mean, we forget about him because they have Mike Williams on the team.
And Mike Williams is on the sideline, I would think.
Palmer's had
He's about time he steps up, yo. He's a Cal Bear, People forget about how good he is.
He's got 5 catches for 96 yards tonight.
Who, Allen does?
Allen does, yeah. And Eckler gets about 3 yards on the carry.
Keenan back.
Yes, he did. Keenan Allen played at Cal University.
He's Cal Bear, baby.
Yeah, Keenan Allen is just one of those incredibly underrated receivers that he sometimes doesn't get talked enough as one of the top guys, but he's just so consistent every single year. Like Tyler Lockett. Him and Tyler Lockett are just consistent wide receivers. Like
reminds me of Andre Reed, man. I just love watching Andre Reed. Keenan Allen kind of reminds me of him. He's just this gazelle in the field, and all of a sudden he's running by.
And 2nd and 7, screen pass to Austin
Eckler.
Eckler.
Route runner too.
And Eckler gets a block out in front and gets across to the 5-yard line, up to the 4. So 1st and goal, lost it.
Keenan Allen with the block there. We're just talking about him. This is what a superstar receiver does for you, all right? He does everything. Catches the football, comes back. Look at this play here, okay? He's out there blocking the cornerback right there. Boom, it's not offensive pass interference. He does it just enough to get by. And this is what I'm talking about. You need to circle that tape right there if you're a young receiver. You don't need to do much. You just need to get in his way. Stock blocking is a thing, folks. Learn how to do it.
Ted Ginn Jr. over Keenan Allen.
What are you smoking?
Ted Ginn was not a bad receiver in the NFL.
Over Keenan Allen? No, sorry.
Absolutely not.
Ted Ginn wasn't bad. He was just not.
He's a great return man.
Keenan Allen. Yes, and he had some moments as a receiver, but he was mostly a returner.
No, I would not. I mean, receiver-wise, Ted Ginn is lacking the polish that Keenan Allen has. Keenan Allen is actually.
I think Keenan Allen is your prototypical all-around receiver.
That's exactly. He's complete. He's a complete wide receiver.
Like I don't think we see wide receivers because we either get 50-50 receivers or these deep threats. But like Keenan Allen is a combination of the two, and you can also. Well, I mean, unless you can make the argument the same with Debo, but I think Debo's more. You can say more Debo's like a deep threat.
Keenan Allen had speed. I mean, his hurt is a lot of lower leg injuries, so he's lost that speed. But what you need with a guy like him, the reason why we don't talk about him is because LA, is not featured as much. They haven't been good, right? So you don't get to see a guy like him.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, Cal didn't have like Aaron Rodgers.
You're right, Coach. Oh, Coach is just cracking the hell up over there.
Nah, I just saw the Jalen Hurts touchdown. And the mascot with the mascot.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Wait, what?
The Colts. Oh my God, it's so funny.
Oh,
he's like thrusting at him like he just scored. You're like, what are you doing?
I just looked at him.
The mascot is funny. I'm like, that guy should be fired. That's why the Colts are shitty right now. Their mascot doesn't know what to do.
And not to mention, too, why the hell did you make him green? I mean, yes, I get a salute to the service, but damn.
Yeah, that's funny,
Skulls-
man.
Dude, that owner is so ass backwards on everything he does.
That's what I said. That's what I
What's
said.
going on?
I called him out. Said, like, the dude is so oblivious to the. Like, first of all, Frank Wright was never your fucking problem. It's your ineptitude of your front. It's Chris Powell is what's the fucking problem of this team. Dude can't draft anybody worth a damn. Well, I mean, look, Michael Pittman's.
Oh, they did. They did draft somebody named Andrew Luck, and they never gave that guy an offensive line. Who was arguably one of the best quarterback prospects that ever came out, and he was damn good too. But they didn't give that guy an O-line, and look what happened to him. It's like karma on that organization.
Karma.
I'm gonna give you.
So first and goal at the 4-yard
I
line.
hope so.
Within 2 minutes.
They need a touchdown here. You need a touchdown here. No field goals. Do not put an Oh man, it had Allen.
And out.
Oof.
Pump fake, and he.
These choice routes, man. These choice routes. You give him too many choices.
So second
you
and
don't get in
goal.
there.
Let me see.
Receivers aren't meant to think, yo. You just gotta stick them in the ground and go.
I just saw it too. What the hell? What the hell? What is that dude doing?
That is the greatest. That's the greatest thing I've seen all football
What
season.
the hell is he doing?
You know, he should get a Slammy award
Oh my god!
for holy shit moment of the
Oh, he
year.
was Adam, he was slamming all right. He was slamming.
Well, inappropriate too, man. It's kind of funny. You're like what is happening? What is?
Why are you humping the pole, man?
He's humping at Jalen Hurts. He's literally humping at Jalen Hurts. Like that's not intimidating at all.
Touchdown Chargers, by the way. Josh Palmer scores it.
Joshua Palmer.
Well,
Remember that dude last year when he beat us down, like when he beat us the whole
With the
time?
dime? Oh my god! Don't remind me, Jeff.
Yeah. Oh my god! Thank you, Coach. We needed something like that. That was funny.
Yeah, it just popped up. I'm like, oh my gosh,
bro.
Man,
that dude just redefined the whole. That dude just redefined the phrase pump thrust. Seriously, the way like he was doing that's wrong.
Man, what a pass though to Josh. Fuck! If I didn't drop Joshua Palmer, I'm so pissed at myself. God damn it! If I didn't drop Joshua,
did you know that Keenan Allen and Mike Williams were going to play?
I had Mike Williams, but the fact that if he's going to be out again, if he hurt his ankle again, I'm going to be fucking pissed.
All right,
and the extra point is good.
So my question is, who can be the Tyreek Hill for this Kansas City team?
Oh, I looked at Kadarius Toney, but
yeah, I was going to say Sky Moore. I think Sky Moore's got more of an opportunity.
You guys not saying Macaulay Hardman? You think it's over with him as like that type of guy?
I would think so.
Right now, you still have Patrick Mahomes, and he still has time.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's at a bad game, but he steps up in those money times. So so he can lead them right down the field. It's what, 1:46 left in the game.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I think he misses Juju Juju was one of those guys that was starting to make plays for him over the middle of the field, and Patrick Mahomes looks like he's missing Juju Smith-Schuster over the middle. So I mean that might be a bigger impact loss for them right now in this game because Juju was really starting to pick up his game over the middle of the field.
So right now, 2 sets of eyes on Kelsey, and I'm playing everyone else one-on-one. If I can play inside leverage as best I can to the sideline, if they're on the outside. But because right now there's not that threat that Hill brought to this offense last year. It really isn't.
Yeah.
So, because we saw what Hill did against Buffalo last year with 13 seconds. Him and Mahomes did with 13 seconds left in the game. So
yeah.
So right now you definitely.
Tyreek Hill is such a rare athlete.
Yeah.
Mahomes will win this game. I would not be surprised if Mahomes drives down the football field and wins this game. Not at all. That's what Mahomes does. It's one of those guys that just gives it. Adam Adam, I forgot to tell you this. I just saw some wrestling news. I heard that Jamie Noble is going to be wrestling a match.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Remember Jamie Noble?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Jamie Noble's supposed to wrestle a match on December 11th.
I think it's like for like one time only. I think it is.
You must be watching the Monday Night Raw commercial.
Yeah.
Kadarius Toney is out of the game with a hamstring. It's probably starting to make a little sense to Kelsey. I wonder.
So I've never seen a dude have so many issues with a hamstring. This is the first time.
Like that's sad.
I mean, I remember Odell had issues, like, with like he didn't drink a lot of water or fluids a lot when he was playing, and that was the reason why he had some of those,
like the soft tissue
hamstring
injuries.
Yeah, the soft tissue injuries. But I mean, this dude just every time he walks on the football field, he gets hurt.
Like one little step on the football side is either. I think he also had like a couple. He also had like a toe injury at one point at the same time. So I mean, it's always like the lower body injuries that he has. It's like.
Tony gets hurt. Tony always gets hurt. It doesn't matter what it is. He's like
you got to put that into the bubble if he's going to be this injury prone.
It's because the type of player he is, and when you're the type of player that Kadarius Toney is, when he's doing this like huge cuts from the inside and the out, putting so much pressure on your legs, it's gonna cause injuries.
To MVS, that's gonna be a Kansas City first down. So we're to have a no huddle offense with the Kansas City Chiefs under a minute and a half to play.
It's because he has bad nutrition and he doesn't stretch properly.
That's true.
Why.
Yeah,
there's no way you should be getting these injuries.
Pressure coming. We'll get about 7 yards
at
on the
age too, Adam. There's no way at his age he should be able to be doing this, like getting hurt this much. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, like he's too damn. What was it, like 24, 25? Give or take.
If he's even that.
Because I'm 25, like shit, like that's ridiculous.
Thank you, Rob.
I pull hamstrings standing up.
Like I said,
it's an adventure when you're getting out of bed. When you get older, it's like an adventure. Sometimes getting out of bed, your whole body's just like.
I'll trust me. Yeah, winter does that for me at times.
I fractured my ankle years ago, last year.
I broke my left hand on a stud.
Yeah,
it literally shattered this part of the hammock bone in my pinky finger. And pressure coming, and Mahomes just had to go to throw that away.
I'll try to shut up so I don't say anything.
It's a rough game.
I mean, it's a good game though, man. I mean, you got to say.
I'm not saying anything. I'm not. I'm gonna shut up. I don't want to blow it for you guys, so I'm gonna shut up.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of a bit behind.
Look at the pressure that they're putting on this guy. Like
man,
making that throw, not taking the sack. That's a huge play.
So 3rd and 4 at the 49.
Quarterback takes a sack, everyone's happy. This guy makes a play where they're 3rd and 4. You don't understand. These are some of the things that you see.
Mahomes drops back to pass. Pressure coming, throws.
Oh my God!
And that's overthrown.
Yep, of course.
And we get flags down.
Vegas has to get their fucking money in.
Are you serious? Are we serious?
Where? This is why I think throwing a game of football is harder to do, because it's not like in basketball where you can literally control what's going on, right? Unless you're the quarterback, nobody else touches the ball.
Where's the flag? Right? What the hell?
Like in basketball, you can be a guy and shave points and do whatever.
Yeah. There's no flag on that play, by the
bullshit.
way.
They called holding.
Holding
they called holding on Derwin James.
Against the Chargers.
What is happening now?
And that
you put a fingernail on it's holding.
Let's see.
Bro, it's what you're supposed to do in the NFL. You're allowed to give a guy 5 yards or so, and that's what he did. And then you let go of him.
Yeah, Derwin. So both teams have 8 combined penalties.
Is that guy doing
the hardest part about this game is that it's so violent. It's not physical. It's violent.
Yeah.
You need to make judgment calls, and a lot of them are, unless they're egregious. Let's be honest. Holding happens on every play.
Timeout. It's the timeout.
And that's going to be a first down.
Die more. We could have had him, but guess not. He chose
with 55 seconds.
And where are they at now?
They are. God, this fucking.
Looks like about the 16-yard line.
Yeah, give or take.
35.
Mahomes steps up in the pocket. He's going to run. Man, look at that open real estate past the 20 towards the 15.
Timeout. Why are you not using a timeout? It's about time.
Mahomes is going to use a time. It looks like he might. Mahomes going to take. Yeah, the Chiefs will take a timeout here. That leaves them with one.
Well, Coach, you said it. You know, called money downs. You get paid the money bucks, and here's what's happening right now.
Here's a stat, guys. The Chiefs have 24 straight wins in November and December.
Damn,
the longest streak in the NFL.
Yeah, that
24 straight.
I'm telling you, man. The guys, he makes the quarterback position look easy, so it's hard to explain the little details that are going into why.
Oh my! Sorry. I'm sorry.
Jeff, we can't bring you anywhere, man.
It sounds like an egregious
penalty. I know, you really can't. You're right. You'll see. I'm just saying.
We'll see.
I think Coach might have seen it already too.
He's still laughing about the match stuff.
Oh God, we blew it. That's just
something. Funny. That's just one of those things you're never going to get out of your head.
It's funny.
And Mahomes.
Oh, the middle to Kelsey.
To Kelsey, touchdown.
Kansas City.
Damn.
You believe it?
What a shock, Mahomes to Kelsey.
This is why he gets paid the big bucks. This is why he's becoming a legend.
For 75 yards, 1 minute, 15 seconds time of possession.
The best quarterback in the NFL, and it's not even close.
What does that tell you? He can have a bad game. He can have a bad game, and as long as it's close, he's going to win it.
You know what, Coach? You just gave me my thing. You just gave it to me. People ask me, Pat and many others, what separates the great ones from the guys that we have, right? That right there. What you just said.
Nice crossing routes too by the wide receiver.
You can cut you off.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but
he does. I will also say it is the talent that is around him too, though. You
got to make those plays, though.
And despite not
he
having,
has to make them, but if you don't have talent, you're making them for what? So it's a catch-22. You're right. He has to be able, when the opportunity presents itself, you got to make those plays. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about
Jesus
it.
got cooked.
Right. But what I guess what I'm saying is, I look at it like I can't control the personnel on the field, right? And neither can many of the other people. So you got to play with who you can play with, right? And if you can deliver the ball where it needs to go, these things happen. Now, of course, Kelsey's special. He's obviously a special talent. But look what this quarterback did. He went down there.
Exactly.
That was a really good route concept too, where they had the two they had the two crossers right in the middle of the field, opening it up to be able to
Think about this.
Kelsey.
They stopped Mahomes most of the game, right? They kept it close. Daniel Jones today, the biggest thing was taken away, and we still couldn't win when we had to rely on one person. They relied on one person, he wins the game. Even though his game wasn't strong the entire game. And that's what separates the men from the boys, as they say. When you can be that bad, and then boom, 2 plays, 3 plays, you're down the field, you score a touchdown. It's crazy.
Yeah. So now we got 31 seconds. We got a
watch
first.
Herbert do it on the other end. That'd be nuts.
And that's
see a tie coming up.
Guy, this goes into overtime. This is fucking nuts.
Did you just reveal what I just said? Ooh, that would be crazy.
I would like it.
Dixer the kicker.
That left guard did a terrible.
And down goes Herbert.
Chris Jones.
You can't let him cross face you like that. You got to squat. You got to ride him and funnel him outside in, or funnel him around the loop. So
must have been taking pass blocking tips from Shane Lemieux today.
He was flat-footed. That's the problem. And you're playing one of the best D tackles in the league too. That doesn't help you.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
So now we're at to 26. So 26 seconds. So,
are you serious?
Yeah, Mahomes' haircut looks like a chimney sweep.
Are you serious?
So 2nd and 15.
Nah, that
God's back. Oh!
Wow!
It is intercepted.
Incredible.
What?
Play.
Really?
Oh, I did not even see Bolden coming back from the outside.
See what happens when you have a quarterback that can energize the entire team?
Oh my! Wow, that was a great pick. Two guys collide.
Try to force it to
flies
Keenan
in the
Allen in
middle of
double
the air.
coverage.
Diving
Tipped it
catch
up.
for an interception.
Nah, I'm going to say this. Bear shouldn't have thrown that pass.
No,
There's
he
no
should
way
not
in the
have.
world you throw that pass. You have to
He
see
forced
that.
it.
You did.
They played hero ball, and then it cost them game. Game, set, match, as we say. So there's some
Yes, sir.
development that these guys got to make. Like, there's some things they do that are sheer brilliance, but this guy is clearly the class of the class right there.
And,
Oh,
and
yeah.
this is what I also said that Brady Staley was going to cause the chart. Like first, it's really not gonna help the Chargers at all. And that, my friends, that is going to do it. The Kansas City Chiefs move to 8-2, while the Chargers fall down again by the final score. All right, 30-27 is your final score.
Thank you. Thank you, Rob. Hey, shout out to the AFC East and the NFC East. The only two divisions right now in the NFL that have every team in the division above 500. The only two. AFC East, the lowest seed, I believe, is 2 games over 500. And the NFC East, Washington's got at least a above 500 record as well. So shout out to the East. They're getting it done this year.
Yeah,
Just
that's absolutely
parity
100%.
By all 4 teams.
But I mean, so far though,
what a Sunday night game.
I mean, this is probably one of the best primetime games we've seen. Because let's be real, the remaining of all the other primetime games we've seen were absolute shit.
I mean, this Kansas City Chiefs team, man, they are good. Andy Reid, man, going to the Hall of Fame. We talk about Bill Belichick,
Even
but
that's what I'm saying. Like, as an Eagles fan, like the dude is just put the man in the Hall at this point. The dude's pretty much done everything.
Him, Mike Tomlin, these guys, their teams just compete every.
Would you put Pete Carroll in there?
Week. Yes, I would.
You could definitely. Yeah, you would definitely. I would definitely put Pete Carroll in there.
He's been to 2 Super Bowls. Look what he's doing with the Seattle team with Geno Smith right now.
Oh yeah,
I agree.
Probably should have won 2 Super Bowls, right? One of the only coaches to do it, but they ran a dumb play at the wrong time.
With Marshawn Lynch, who I think at the time was one of your hot hand.
You don't do dumb shit. They did dumb shit. That was dumb shit. Sometimes you get too cute.
I mean, if you think about it, the 3 coaches that have been coaching for a very long time have been Pete Carroll, Mike Tomlin, and Bill Belichick.
McCarthy, people hate McCarthy, but he's back and his teams. Like I have Jet fans telling me, I don't want Mike McCarthy. I'm like, why not? The guy's a winner. That's all he's doing in Dallas. That's what he did in Green Bay.
I think Dan Quinn's doing an excellent job with that defense.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, but I mean, look at that offense. They have Tony Pollard running a wheel route. How many times we try to get Saquon Barkley on a wheel route? I mean, Saquon Barkley can't even catch a 5-yard pass in front of his face.
Yeah, Barkley does struggle when it comes to his receiving. He does. He's not a very good receiving back at times. He just drops way too many passes over the middle of the field. He's got those butterfinger hands. I agree with that, Adam.
Mm-hmm. But I mean. You can also make the argument that not McCarthy, but Andy Reid's been around for a good while as well, like around like with the Pete Carroll. He's been a coach for as long as he's been around. I mean, not for sake of two. I mean, I think Brady has like 2 Super Bowls, one as the head coach and one as an assistant. But I mean, all in all, the Chiefs, I think, I wouldn't go that far. I don't know.
No, Doug Peterson's not a Hall of Famer.
There's no way. I don't see it. Unless you're not like an Andy Reid. Not yet. I just don't see it overall.
If he can work magic over there in Jacksonville and make Trevor Lawrence, who's been pedestrian so far this year, into a really good quarterback, then you're talking.
Like, I mean, Tom Coughlin should be in the Hall of Fame. Those type of players, those type of coaches like that.
Yes.
Mike Tomlin's making a case for the Hall of Fame if he's not already going to be a bust.
Oh, he's already a Hall of Fame. Yeah, right. He's a Hall of Famer.
So,
I mean, you got to put Pete Carroll in there and Andy Reid. And
those guys are going.
And definitely Bill Belichick. You can definitely make the argument for him.
I mean, Bill Belichick and Tom Brady are going to have their own wings in the Hall of Fame. Okay,
That
they're
is
going to be like, this is the Bill Belichick room, this is the Tom Brady room, and so on and so forth.
It's also going to have their own wing, the Kelseys, Travis and Jason.
The DJ Jones room. It's going to be a box.
Be a coach for
It's going to be a box.
And also,
the Kelseys are good.
man,
Kelsey's going to go to the Hall of Fame. I don't know about his center, his brother. I mean,
he's going to the Hall of Fame.
You cannot deny that.
He's going.
I love it, but what I'm saying is lineman is hard because they like the flashy positions.
He won't.
Would you say that?
But he deserves it.
Would you say Nick Mangold is a Hall of Famer?
Oh my God, yeah. I do believe so. I believe him and DeBrickashaw should be there. They probably won't get there because they're on the Jets.
DeBrickashaw Ferguson
was amazing as a left tackle.
Very,
very underrated.
Is Darrell Reeves? Darrell Reeves? I don't think Darrell Reeves is in the Hall.
Not yet.
No, I think he made it. I think he's gonna. I think he either is in it or he's gonna make it in the next couple of years.
Because for me, sure. I think Darrell Reeves is a Hall of Famer.
No doubt about it. No doubt.
No,
not
even a question. He's a Hall of Famer.
Would you make an argument for Bruce Arians? I'm 50-50 on that.
Tough because of his longevity. Yes, but
it's just like I think he just had that one good year.
Well, no, he did well with the Cardinals. I mean, the Cardinals were in the dumpster before he resurrected them with both Kurt Warner and not Kurt Warner with Carson Palmer.
Carson Palmer. Before
are you talking about Fitzmagic or Fitzpatrick? Fitzgerald.
Let's be real. Fitzgerald should have.
Fitzgerald's going to
the Hall of Famer. That should have had a Super Bowl ring. Let's keep it a buck here.
To me, Fitzgerald's one of the second greatest wide receiver that ever played.
Absolutely, 100%.
Behind Jerry Rice, Fitzgerald was an absolute monster on the football field. I would even put him over T.O.
I loved Terrell Owens. I love Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice is my guy, but there was something about T.O.
We all know it's going to be I would agree with that. I mean, as much as I love T.O., but I think Fitzgerald was so much better than T.O. I don't know.
Man, don't think people appreciate what that.
A lot of people don't appreciate the work T.O. has put in.
Because like I grew up in the era of wide receiver. Like that's why when people talk about wide receivers, I'm like, what era are you talking about? Because I just love Andre Reed. I was on the back end of his career. I love Jerry Rice. Tim Brown was one of my favorites to watch.
Rod Smith.
Yeah, those
Eric
two guys.
Moulds.
That's what I'm saying. Keenan McCardell. There were some good receivers in the 90s and 80s. I mean, Antonio Freeman was pretty good. I wouldn't put him in the Hall of Fame, but he was a pretty good player to watch. He got injuries. Robert Brooks.
Jimmy Smith was one of the most gifted wide receivers in Jacksonville. He was unbelievable. His talent, with his size,
he was a
cowboy. Speed and route running. Jimmy Smith, I thought he was a Jaguar.
No, he was originally a Cowboy.
You're right.
When they did the expansion draft, that's when he got chosen. And like Mark Brunell, I would love to see where a quarterback like Mark Brunell would have been in this era of football, right? Yeah. Because Mark Brunell was a good passer for them, not a great player, but he was a decent quarterback. And sometimes like Kerry Collins in this era, like Kerry Collins, there's something about him like. He reminds me of like Joe Burrow, just a big dude that just has his cannon for an arm. That his career got derailed because he was a drunk, but could have done big things.
But and Brunell had so much talent around him on that team, especially when you had Fred Taylor and Maurice Jones-Drew as your running backs on that team. And I believe was Mercedes Lewis around that team at the beginning?
Yes, he was.
Yeah,
he wasn't there. He was there in the mid 2000s, around there, But I don't think he was with because remember Brunell was in that early stages. He came in like 95, 96, 97. Remember when they beat the Broncos? They beat the brakes off the Broncos in the divisional round.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God! And 97.
Jimmy Smith and McCardell were they were a problem at wide receiver. McCardell and Jimmy Smith. No teams where they want to go.
That team probably should have won a Super Bowl, but they met a couple teams that kind of derailed that. I mean, I remember they beat the crap out of Miami at one point too. I was like, oh my God.
They did.
They had Fred Taylor. What a great back he was.
Fred Taylor was, and so was Maurice Jones-Drew, both of them. Just like the Chiefs had Priest Holmes.
Maurice was good, but Fred Taylor was a magnificent runner, man. He
You're right.
had
He
power,
was.
speed, could catch the ball, could block. He was a tough nosed guy. He was like Eddie George, a guy who people don't appreciate as much. He got a lot of yards. But Eddie George
I
was
agree.
solid
Derek
back.
Mason too, as a wide receiver.
I
Derek
liked
Mason was
him.
very underrated.
He
for
started out as
Tennessee
a
and
return man
Baltimore.
first.
He did. He was a return man when he first started with Tennessee, and then he developed into a very, very solid wide receiver over his career with the Titans, and then went
ended up
over for
with
the
Baltimore.
Ravens. Yeah, and he still played pretty well over there with the Baltimore Ravens. I agree, Adam. There were so many great wide receivers in the 80s and the 90s, especially in the 90s. I think that was like one of the golden years of
Like
wide receivers.
I think that how the Attitude Era was like the golden era of wrestling. I think the 90s
absolutely, 100%.
is the golden era of like the receivers, right? Because you have Moss is even in there. You had Chris Carter, you had Jerry Rice, you had Tim Brown, you had Andre Reed.
T.O.
T.O.
Jimmy Smith, Rod Smith.
Right. I mean,
Keenan McCardell.
Oh my God! If they had a top 100,
Ed McCaffrey, Amani
15 of the receivers would be in there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly. There were so many talented wide receivers in the 90s.
And those guys played because remember the defense could chuck you around in 5 yards. Now you can't touch them. You do anything with these guys and they give you a flag. It's like watching.
Remember Muhammad Massaquoi? Muhammad Massaquoi, the wide receiver for the Browns, where he took some vicious hits over his career.
You know
and he
who
had to retire.
You know who's a good return man, but people don't talk about is Eric Metcalf. Like
yes,
Eric Metcalf
yes, absolutely.
They're talking about like Joshua Cribbs, who I like, but there's no Joshua Cribbs without Eric Metcalf.
Yes. You know who's actually very underrated too? Roddy White.
Yes, he was solid.
Roddy White was very, very good in his
time. Well, he got better when
the
Ryan was there.
And when they had Julio Jones in his early career, when they had Roddy White and Julio Jones, the two of them together.
Jones, man. Whew.
That dude is one of those gifted freaks of a wide receiver. When he was out there, he was as dominant as can be. When Julio Jones just got his career started, that dude was his size, speed, route running, everything. That's a dude you don't really see come out often. He was a TO type player. That was Julio Jones. I mean, he was a rare breed.
They used to have small receivers. They used to have small receivers, right? Now there was an era of big receivers. Like you had to have a tall guy at some point. You couldn't have a
Chris Callaway.
Chris Callaway was all right, but now that's all like you have to have your Tyreek Hill. Like you can't. It's funny how the era of the receiver has evolved.
It changed.
It has.
Because now it's like because if we're going to go back to running the football, you're going to need a big possession receiver.
Yes, he was.
To be good, right? If that's where the league is heading, because that's where it's trending. I think it's only trending like that because the linebackers are so small these days.
Yeah. They'd rather go with smaller speed linebackers than with these bigger guys that can, hit the hole better. That is true. Torrey Holt was another great wide receiver. So was Isaac Bruce. Think about the greatest show on turf. They had like wide receiver after wide receiver after wide receiver after wide receiver. Plus, you had that monster in the backfield named Marshall Faulk, who was that great dual threat running back. And then you can't forget about the Colts, Reggie Wayne and Marvin Harrison. But those two did.
Yeah,
Peyton Manning
absolutely.
was great, but those two wide receivers,
pretty much.
My God, those two were explosive.
Probably one of the best duos you ever had. But
Reggie Wayne was criminally underrated too. That dude.
Him and Marvin Harrison were the most underrated duos of all time.
You know, Reggie Wayne is like Curtis Martin. He's that guy where you look at his stats, you're like, damn, he's really good.
Yeah. And he was great too, Adam. After even when Marvin Harrison retired, Reggie Wayne was still putting up monster numbers. So people can't say, "Oh, well, he was just great because he had another great wide receiver opposite him." No, Reggie Wayne was a phenomenal wide receiver. He was 6 foot. He was like 6 foot, about 100, 190 pounds, soaking wet. Marvin Harrison too. Not big wide receivers, not the fastest or anything. These guys. They just found ways to create separation all the time on the football field. And the chemistry that Peyton Manning had with both Reggie Wayne and Marvin Harrison was a thing of beauty. And then you put Edgerrin James in the backfield. Oof.
You know, I loved to watch. He was my favorite, and people didn't know about him, but I used to always tote him before he became really big. Was Chad Johnson, man?
I love Chad Johnson.
I love watching him every week, because I was like, not only did he school guys on the field, but the end zone dance, bro. It's like, what's coming up with next?
I love T.J. Houshmandzadeh too, his partner. Hushmanzada was very underrated as well as the other Bengal receiver. And Henry.
Nice possession receiver. Yeah, Henry. Yeah, they had a duo, man. They had a trio right there.
They had a really good trio.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Almost what they're doing now.
Same thing with the Steelers. They had that great trio back in the day with Emmanuel Sanders, Mike Wallace, and Antonio Brown when they were all healthy.
Yeah.
Oh, Hakeem. Don't get me started with Hakeem Nicks, bro. I love that dude. I was so sad when he got hurt with all those injuries. Hakeem Nicks was another guy that was a beast on the outside with how good
Nicks
he was.
is my other favorite receiver. I
Hakeem
absolutely
Nicks.
loved him coming out in the draft. He was 29. I'm like, I told people, the Giants got the best receiver in the draft. They're like, what are you talking about? I was like, this dude is silky smooth, bro. And that's what he was. He was just silky. He was like silk. He would talk. When he talked in his interviews, he was smooth. He'd just be like, I got this, da, da, da. And he's like, and he was just dirty, meaning like
he was
a
physical monster on that football field.
Like, you're just like, dude, he's bodying people up. He bodied up Charles Woodson. He bodied up Charles Woodson so good that Charles Woodson had to give him dap. Like, like, okay, that was
he wasn't even that big. He was like 6'1", but he was like 210 pounds, and he would out physical corners out there on the football field.
I loved Hakeem Nicks, man. I was so disappointed when his career got cut short because, like, I liked Beckham, but Hakeem Nicks had a different magic about him,
Yes.
That Atlanta Falcons game where he took it to the house.
Oh my God! I was at that game. I never felt as much electricity in that stadium than when Hakeem Nicks took that ball right over the middle of the field and started doing the dirty bird in the middle of the end zone. And Hakeem Nicks was not really a guy that celebrated a lot.
No,
I
he
was so happy when he did that.
He said if he was scoring, he was hitting that dirty bird. They were talking about that.
And also the game that he had against Green Bay. With the Hail Mary catch in the end of the first half.
He had a great postseason run. People don't realize he had one of the best postseason runs almost in NFL history.
He did. He was unstoppable.
400. He was without him, we don't win the Super Bowl. They were talking about they were talking about Victor Cruz that year, but really Hakeem Nicks was the unsung hero of the playoffs to me in terms of making plays when you needed him. Hail Mary.
The funny too, Adam, is that when Hakeem Nicks didn't have a big game against San Francisco, Cruz was the one that went off. And then when they tried to take a double cover Cruz and take him out of the game, Nicks went off. It was like you couldn't double each one of them because if you tried to take one out of the game, the other one would go off on you. And that's exactly what happened is we had such a great dynamic duo at wide receiver.
One of his best games he got injured in was against Tampa Bay where he just like had catch after catch after catch. But he was that guy that –
Aqib Talib. Remember Aqib Talib?
Yes.
He could not guard him, and it's just the shit. It was that one play. Remember that one play down the sideline on the right side where he smashed his knee after that long catch and smashed his knee in the ground?
Yes.
Yeah, and that was it.
2012. That was once he did that. But man, he was when he came out of North Carolina, they were like, this guy runs a 4.6, whatever. But he was making plays. Like the thing about Odell was like a receiver we hadn't seen, right? A game breaker. But what Hakeem Nicks did was he was the Giants, physical. Yeah. He was imposing. He ran people over. He also scored a lot of touchdowns. Every time 88 was in that back zone, end zone, I'm like, I love, I Hakeem Nicks. Every time I talk about Hakeem Nicks, he makes me smile, because I just loved watching him.
I love that team. I love that 2000. Everybody, the 2007 team always holds a great team, part of my heart, but that 2011 team for me was my favorite with Nicks, Cruz, Bradshaw, Manningham, Ballard, Pascal.
I think you said David Tyree.
David Tyree was the 2007
2007. Wait.
Hickson was there for a little bit, and then you had Ramses Barden even made a couple of plays at times. I mean, the offensive line, Kareem McKenzie, Chris Snee. You had Booth. Kevin Booth at center stepped in for O'Hara, and he played well. That guy looked
so unhealthy.
He did, and he was actually not that bad at center. He played pretty well for us. And then
who am I to comment on somebody's physique? But my God, I was like, man, you look like you're. I'm like, he didn't look athletic at all, man.
If you say that, if you think Odell's coming in the morning, we'll see. We'll see. That's right. Vance makes a great point. That catch he had against the Patriots in Week 8 in 2011. I remember that catch over the middle of the field. Jake Ballard was clutch as hell, and it was a shame he he tore his ACL along with Travis Beckham in that Super Bowl in
No, Travis
2011.
Beckham was a bum.
Yeah, he was overrated as hell. He
You
was
know,
he was the Evan
people don't.
Ingram of that year.
You know, who should be a Hall of Fame tight end, but probably won't get there. Ben Coates, People forget how good that guy was, For the Patriots back in the day, he was a really good tight end. Man, that's how I got indoctrinated into these pass catching tight end. Ben Coates, he was there
What about
before
Anthony
all these
Wiggins?
he was okay. He was not the same type of tight end, but Ben Coates was that big. He was like I didn't see Bavaro, right? I didn't get to see Bavaro. I got to watch highlights, but I didn't get to see Bavaro. I like Shockey too. I thought Shockey was on his way to the Hall of Fame until it went crazy.
That's a good one. Ben Watson was very good too. Ben Watson was very underrated.
Yeah, he's a very underrated guy. I didn't like though Vernon Davis, He was overrated tight end,
Oh, he dropped
very
so many
fast.
damn passes. He dropped so many damn passes over his career, including key ones. And I remember the one image I have of Vernon Davis is when he started crying. Like he always started crying, especially that one against the Saints where they
I
won
remember
that
when he
game.
gets kicked off the field and Mike Singletary has like that epic rant about him.
Oh, I remember that. And he was the one that actually probably had the best game against us in that NFC Championship game where he caught that ball.
Because they opened up play where he did that, ran by Antrell Roll. I forget who blew the coverage, but I was like, man, it's gonna be a long afternoon.
Not bad. There was the 2000s was a very good time for tight ends too. Is that true? The Jets had 2 yards of offense in the second half today. Are we serious? That really happened?
Yes,
apparently so.
They were absolutely caca. Well, got to give hats off to Patriots. I mean, we tend to forget that it's a two-team sport. It's not like,
Jason Wynn was a pain in the ass.
Flag football up there.
And Bill Belichick, it's just got to be some type of cerebral thing with Bill Belichick against that Jets team. It's got to be something.
Cursed,
it's in their heads.
They're cursed. They're just like our receiving core. It's cursed.
Yeah, they can't beat them. The Jets can go out there and beat the Bills, and they can beat these other good teams. They can beat the Dolphins. But they can't beat the Patriots for some reason. It's just like a hex over that team. It's crazy. 14 in a row. 14 in a row they've lost. Shoot.
If we bring in Odell Beckham Jr., are we a Super Bowl contender? Because if we're not, then I don't want to bring him in. If you think he's gonna if the Cowboys get him, they're gonna be legit Super Bowl contenders.
No, honestly, Adam, I don't think we are. I still think we have other holes on this team, and there's other teams that are just more talented than us. I'm
afraid of the second half, man. I really am. We can't even beat Detroit, man. These teams' defenses that we're playing next are no slouches. They're tops in the NFL, some of them.
And we have a mismatch offensive line going against these teams too.
Well, Thursday could be a massacre if we don't figure something out. Man.
We have our problem is the injuries that we suffered in this game today is playing right into the hands of what Dallas does best, and they have good wide receivers on the outside, and we're going with a mismatched secondary, and also our offensive line going against Micah Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, and that Cowboys pass rush.
Think about this, right? You don't have Wan'Dale Robinson, right? He's gone. Regardless of what type of knee injury he's out. You already know, what are they, scared of Richie James? Okay, no thanks. He didn't play. Wan'Dale didn't play last Cowboy game. So essentially now we're going to rely on Kenny Galladay, who's done absolutely nothing.
Yeah, you're right.
Right? With Isaiah Hodgins and it clearly banged up Saquon Barkley. He's not even running the same. They're clogging the hole. But what they did to Minnesota is interesting because all I heard all week, and I'll get into it with Mac on Wednesday, was how the Cowboys are going to lose 2 in a row. No way they're coming into the Thanksgiving at 7-3. They're going to be 6-4, and the Giants are going to bury their season. And all I heard from Giant fans was, especially on your show, right? I got called a loon for thinking that the Eagles are going to beat the Colts. Guess I'm not a loon anymore. Right. And then also I said that the Giants were playing a trap game because they're playing a big team against Dallas. Well, guess what? Here we are. We played a trap game. And I also predicted that Dallas would beat Minnesota when no one else did.
No, you're right. You were absolutely right.
Oh, yeah.
And Miz says it too. I agree with Miz as well. I don't want to hear delusional talk either. I thought this could possibly happen. Of course, I was being, when you're winning a lot, you get confident with your team. But oh, by the way, I'm going to be doing that football show on Friday. So, Adam, if you can, I would love to be able to have you on the show on 5:30 on Friday, if you're able to hop on for a little bit.
Friday.
And Coach, Rob, further, everybody. I'd love to have all you guys on the show for this Friday. But
It'd be most excellent.
No, definitely.
I mean, I don't want to hear delusional stuff right now. Okay, the Giants got a smack back down to reality today. They did. They got smacked back down to reality by a team, by Detroit Lions.
But this is what I was. But again, this is why I have arguments with people about things, right? Because what the vision that I see is what this is the team that I expected to see. Against the Detroit Lions. That's what I was expecting us to be like. Make mistakes here and there, or feel our way out. And this defense wasn't even that good. Now we're playing arguably the best defense in football on Thursday. And then on the week later, we play a team that's red hot, smoking hot, that's going to be like, listen, if we lose to whoever, I don't even know who Commanders are losing to. I'll have a preview of them next time. But they may be on a bye week. But let's just say they come in. They're
playing the Falcons this week.
No, because Adam, because the Washington bye week's not until week 14, so they had to play the Falcons, and then you guys, and then their bye week. When they come off the bye week, they've had to play you again off the bye week.
They're pretty much playing us twice.
So they might be looking at for right now. Okay, let's look at this game right now. Okay, if the Giants lose on Thursday, the next week, if the Commanders win, they'll be They'll be one game worse than the Giants, right? So why wouldn't they think, hey, listen, we beat you, we tie your record as we head into the bye week? You know what I'm saying? So it's going to become crucial down the stretch. Adoree Jackson is a big loss. That's a big. I don't think people realize how big a loss that is.
It's absolutely a monster loss for us.
Especially because of the quarterbacks we're going to be facing now. They're not. I knew Jared Goff would give us some trouble, and I told people I also got laughed at when I said the Giants had to score 30 points on Sunday to win the football game. They laughed at me. They said the Lions would not score 30 points. What are you talking about?
We had to adjust our whole entire defense when Adoree went down injured. We had to change.
And no pass rush, by the way. I'm sorry, we have no pass rush. They had one. Apparently, they had one of the best offensive lines in football, which nobody took that into account, right? And now we're playing good offensive line after good offensive line down the stretch. Okay, Eagles have a good offensive line. Cowboys have a good offensive line. The Commanders are playing better. Even the Colts game is not a walk anymore. They're going to put up a fight. It looks like.
And the Vikings are going to be tough too.
And the Vikings are going to try to stomp us out. And I'm just nervous because you're facing Justin Jefferson, Terry McLaurin.
That's Dallas' next 4 games, by the way, but the Miz has it.
AJ Brown. You're playing, CD Lamb. I mean, how many of those guys? Right. Look, Dallas in the next 4 games. They could be feeling themselves right now. They're looking down the mirror saying right now, the Giant game is the hardest game in the next 3 for them. And
hey, that's not bad, Levance. That's not bad. That's pretty good. 10 out of your 13 games you picked so far this week, you've won them. So congratulations on that, bro.
And I think the Giants have overachieved to a certain degree. And I think what's happened is like we won. Like the football gods are cruel. They'll give you 1 or 2, like the Ravens in Tennessee, and then they'll take it right back with it when you play a team like Detroit, right? So this game to me was the biggest game of all the games because if you don't win against Detroit, right, and you drop that game, and I thought if they had won this game going to Dallas, you lose to Dallas, you're still okay. You got 8 wins. Well, now it's going to be hard to find the next win coming up down the stretch. The Giants are going to be playing teams that are going to be gearing up for a playoff push, and it starts on Thursday.
Coach, what do you think?
About what?
just the overall stuff,
But the overall picture of where the Giants are going to coming down the stretch is basically what.
Or just the NFC East as a whole.
See the Cowboys at the 50. Line it up, smack them in the face. I'll see them at the 50. That's all I'm thinking about. And some good turkey also. I'm sorry.
Oh man, I'm thinking, man, my turkey may taste very good on Sunday night, or it may be coming back up on Sunday night. It really depends.
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both.
Yeah, coming in, going.
Yeah. So give me a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this over here, a little bit of that over here.
Some stuffing, mashed potatoes, and gravy.
Like I said, On
God,
Wednesday,
no.
I'll give you on Wednesday when I do the show with Mac, we'll give you a detailed thing. But right now, I'm a little concerned about Adoree. Once we
I
find out
understand
about him,
this.
Let me say
well,
this. All jokes aside. All right. Concern, I understand. Everyone is rightfully justifiable in being concerned. Fear, nah, I don't fear no one. Not a damn team, not a damn player. I don't care if you're Patrick Mahomes. I don't care if you're the last man on the worst team in the NFL. I don't fear no man because every man can be schemed against, can be hurt, can be beat. They've made mistakes. So just line up and see who's the best team. And if you beat me, I'm gonna go back into the lab. I always say this. I'm gonna go back into the lab. I'm gonna study film, and I'm gonna get my mind right. And I promise you, I'm gonna come back with the intent to bust your fucking ass. That's just how.
well,
That's how
Coach,
I'm
I'm running through
built.
the wall for you.
But that's how I thank you. That's how I'm built. That's how I've always built since I started coaching at the age of 14. Had the greatest mentor. Thank you, Mr. Palmer. And I've always lived by that. And it's just
Well, I agree with you. They're going to line up and punch him in the mouth. I guess the word choice is not right. I guess what I should be saying is the weaknesses right now are what I think give the advantage to the
yes.
Cowboys in this game. If that's how you want me to
But do you think?
portray.
Are you saying the Cowboys don't have any weaknesses?
I'm just saying I think they can overcome theirs, and ours are a little bit more egregious because our strength was our secondary. That was one of the things we relied upon
Yes.
to
Okay.
to do that. They now have their receiving core kind of hitting on all cylinders, and they're not paying a backup quarterback. They're playing with actually Dak Prescott.
So
So
I'm
I
gonna.
see this team having some struggles going down the stretch against some bigger teams with some more solid quarterbacks coming up this year. That's what I thought this team was going to struggle in, is when we got the quarterbacks that could read a defense and do certain things. And like Detroit played a clean football game.
Mm-hmm.
They did not do anything to put the ball really in harm's way. We didn't take any advantage of the times when they did, right? Like there was
Yeah.
one time where
Mm-hmm.
Goff basically threw it to
Mm-hmm.
Belton and
Mm-hmm.
Love, and both those guys came down, did nothing. But it seemed like the Detroit was making those plays and we weren't. And all they did was play a cleaner football game than us. That's really all they
They
did.
played our style of football. They played giant football pretty much this year.
But it
That
goes
game.
back to what I just said in terms of Dallas. Does Dallas have any weaknesses?
Yes, they
And you're
do.
telling me the Giants are not capable of
To
taking
exploit that.
advantage of it?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
So then why even play the game? Why not forfeit the game?
Because the ball is not round; it's oval, so
No,
things
I
can happen.
understand it's oval. I understand that, but you just said
I'm not saying I'm going to go in there and lose. Listen, man, I played football where I knew we were going to get our asses kicked. I still
no,
wanted
no.
to go play the game to see what the outcome would be. It's not WWE. It's not predetermined. You're not going to just
See what you
right,
just said?
right,
You see what
right.
you just said? That's the difference between you and me, Adam.
Right.
That's the biggest difference. It's not delusional. It's not. You said I play the game and I know I'm going into and we're going to lose. I've
Miss.
never, ever, and I played my first year ever playing organized football in college. We were 3-7, and I never went into any game thinking I was going to lose.
Oh
Not
no, no. Listen, I was on some talented team. Didn't say I didn't want to line up against them, and
no,
say I
no,
didn't
no, no.
want to
You
play
said
them.
you knew you were going to lose. That's what I'm saying. You. I'm not
Right,
saying you didn't line up. Your mentality was you knew you were going to lose before the ball was even kicked off.
but that was because we were 0-10. I mean,
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. That's the difference between you and me. In terms of, I don't care. I don't think I'm going to lose a game until that final whistle is blown. You want to call me delusional? Call me delusional.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong at all. I agree with you, and I'm on your mentality level. I'm just saying there were times where I knew that I may not be the best team out there, but we still went out there and played, and you see what happens. I get it. I'm saying to you that right now with the deficiencies on the Giants going in banged up, I don't think they have the horses to keep up with this team that they're facing on Thursday.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. I
I
mean,
hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm
Yeah,
wrong.
man. We'll see what happens on Thursday for those who are playing on Thanksgiving. Yeah, I mean it's just been been one crazy week. For lack
Yeah,
of
you guys can sit back and enjoy your Thanksgiving and don't have to worry about a game on Thursday. You could watch. You could watch the Giants and the Cowboys. Have nervous. Giants and Cowboys fans have nervous breakdowns on that day.
Yes, I think both fan bases are going to have a nervous breakdown, I would say. But other than that, though, that's going to wrap it up here. But man, it was fun. Fun with having Ryan on. Jeff, and me, it's been fun working with you. Same with Coach Ed down below, and same with you, Adam, as well. Appreciate working with some other cool, awesome Giants content creators.
See, we're not mean. We're nice people.
It's funny.
Good to share with Coach. I love his knowledge, man.
I mean, yeah, guys, I just see it. I just can't understand it. And Almighty, I think it might be a 4:30 start. I could be wrong. I know the
4:15, 4:20.
I think somewhere around there. I think it could be 4:30. I know the
12. I know 4:30, but I don't know.
I think Bills and Buffalo are Bills and Lions kick off at 12:30.
So it's 4:30, I think, for the Giants. That's the last I saw on like a play.
Yeah, I think it's like 8:00 for the who else playing on
NBC game.
Yeah, I don't even know who's exactly playing, but
please don't tell me it's the Broncos again.
I don't think so.
I've had enough of the Broncos already on
prime
time.
First of all, the Broncos need to stay on fucking primetime television.
Bills, Lions are at 12:30. Giants, Cowboys are at 4:30. Patriots, Vikings are at 8:20 on Thursday.
Patriots, Vikings, wow, they got a good one, man.
Yeah.
That's a great primetime game. And the Bills-Detroit game is not even that bad either.
I mean, it won't be I don't know if it's going to be. It might be fun to watch as terms of scoring.
Yeah, that is true. But other than that, though, we're going to wrap it up here because it's almost 12 a.m. But it's just fun. I have other stuff planned up ahead of time. Check all these guys out for those who are still stuck. Appreciate everybody stuck around. But that being said, we'll see you guys on the next one.
Awesome power of nature, hot excitement. Goes after you get struck by lightning.